Hello, 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 Lady Lolo, Ashley. Hey, love. So good to see you. Always a pleasure. Truly, always a pleasure, my sis. All y'all. I love my regulars. Ashley's a little special to me, so I love seeing her here. So we're just going to continue like we have been with the very first lives that Cher done on the Wells. Like we're doing the first. I'm going to cover like the first year, maybe. Patty Ponytail. Hey, love. Always a pleasure. How is everybody? I think my little cold is finally getting a little better, not sure, but then it's been like a week and some, and damn. And truly, I know you've been having the cold now. It sucks, sis. Anybody that's got it, it's going around everywhere, I think. And truly, I'm so glad you loved your package. Sorry, I recycle my boxes. That's the box I had big enough. Been a busy week. It's always good to have a chill day, after a busy week and stuff. It is. Okay, I'm still doing a giveaway in my Facebook group for Cincy. I'm gonna be doing a Cincy giveaway. I will be posting that today since it's December 1st, and I'm gonna let it run for like a week. So if you haven't, get in there and get in that giveaway. So I'm gonna put some Cincy in there. Like we can't post giveaways and stuff publicly. It has to be in a group or something for Cincy because they're compliance or some shit. I don't know, but you're welcome, truly. I love you. That fan diffuser thing I sent you, truly, did you have one like that yet? I was hoping you didn't because she said you had a couple. I sent Allie one just like that one a while back. Lady Lolo, my Facebook page, Nightbot will post it here soon. Just pay attention to Nightbot. He's posting. My Facebook page will be in one. He'll link it. It's called Cotton's Long Dog Protection, is what it's called though. It's a group. I got a group and a page, but the group is where the um giveaway is going to be. That's the one you wanted. I got that one too. So me, you, and Allie all got it. I love that one, the black one. In my giveaway, I've got a warmer, I've got a mini fan diffuser, and I don't know what else I want to throw in there. Some bars, some pods, some car fresheners. I don't know. I like to give gifts, so it's going to be good. Gift giving is my love language. And I hope your girls love their keychains too. Yeah, I like the light on it. I have it in my bathroom, as a night light in my bathroom. It's where I have my black one like that. I love Cincy, period. They got the Christmas bricks, the Cincy bricks. It's like a huge brick of wax. Right now, there's a sale going on, 2 of them for $30. That's a really, really, really awesome deal. They're usually 25 each, I believe, 24. Cincy's got some good deals. Their clearance section has been updated today. Awesome deals. Also, my keychains, if anybody's still Got those in my group. Makes perfect gifts. All this does. Truly, I don't even remember what all I sent you. But I'm glad you love it. Makes me happy to make people happy. No, truly, I didn't see the bar for December 4th. There's so much that has been posted and released today and stuff. It's like I can't keep up. Oh, the blanket, you love it. I love blankets. I'm a blanket person. I got 2,000 of them, I swear, and I love giving blankets. I think everybody needs a little snuggly blanket. 'Cause then if it's 80 degrees and I'm in my house, air conditioner's on, it's 100 degrees outside, I'm gonna be snuggled in a blanket inside. I wanna see that brick or the bar for December 4th. Blankets are the best, they really are. See, I forgot I sent you the blanket. Alright, let's get on with this. Let's see. Get my charger here, my phone's gonna die. Oh, it's in with the bars? I'll have to look at that. Truly, did I send you a squirrel keychain? Because after I shipped your box, I couldn't remember if I put it in there because I got me, you, and Allie one just alike. And one of them, I made the little squirrel, a little golden squirrel, and I can't remember if I put yours in your box or not. And I've been thinking about that. I meant to ask that. So with squirrels, there is my Facebook group, Lady Lolo. It just popped up. Okay, let's get on with this.
Okay. Hello. Hi, everyone. Hey, Dalen. Can we see Wendy? Okay, you guys are slow chat on too. So if you're like chatting a lot, it's not going to show up. It'll tell you to wait however long. I think it's on to 2 minutes or something like that. Chicken Massacre. That's funny. Punksy. Hey, Mary T. Hey, Carla. Hey, Twin. Hey, Miss Wednesday. All right, mods, I did see there was silly stuff deleted last night. Let's just only block the nasty people. And of course, if they come in here bombing certain channel name over and over again, just get rid of them. We're not doing that, okay? Okay. So I did, Mandy made a video of it too. So after this, if you guys are trying to find just that part instead of watch through however long a live is, Mandy was given the stuff beforehand and she already made a video out of it, but I'm going to play. I called Don and I asked Don again about that barrel because I've seen a couple of people put up videos about it. I think Evil Exists was one, and then another. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to call him right now, and I'm just going to ask him about it because I couldn't remember what he had told me about that damn barrel. He did tell me he got it from Kingsport, I believe. Let me double check. I bought it in Kingsport. Yes. So he says he bought that barrel in Kingsport. And I'm going to go ahead right now. I'll play the clip like once right now, and then I'll play it again later. Dave, hello. And hello, everyone. Cheshire, Jan, Sylvia H. Yep. Where is she? I miss Rage. I don't see her, but Sylvia, hello. We've missed you. Cheryl, BL, Not So Basic Brooke, Shell, Daniel, Lacey, Betsy, Tom, Miss Doodle Detective, and everybody. Sam, I am Jackie, Kristen, Emily, The Journey, Jennifer, Baked Cake, Lindsay, everybody, Everla. I think that's how you say your name. I'm gonna go ahead and play that clip really quick, just to even start out with. Let me see if I figured this out. Javi was at work, so I had to try and figure it out by myself. Oh, maybe. How do I get back to where my... Okay, hold on. I think I got it, guys.
Hey, tell the barrel again. You told me about that barrel, and I don't remember.
What is this? I don't understand about the barrel.
Me either, but it's going around today. They said that it's some hint that you left, and I know you mentioned it in one of our interviews, but
yeah, it's just this barrel I bought. This is freaking hilarious. I was gonna use it to burn trash in, or I was gonna put it in my shed. Maybe just put. I use it all the time if I'm working on a vehicle like this. You can put tools on it and everything. It's real handy. It's right there, like a little, something to just keep your tools on. So like nice for that. But
I thought maybe you go bear baiting or anything like that.
No, nothing like that. I don't hunt, so I don't do that.
So you got that barrel and it said for sale on it already?
Yeah. Well, yeah, he had that barrel plus a bunch of other ones out there for sale.
Yeah.
But that was the last one out there that day. That's the one I had the for sale thing signed that he put on there on it.
Okay, so you know the other big question that they're putting out there, and that's been out there, but for some reason it's going around again today.
Well, it's
her
like
dancing out there around it. Her dancing around out there. Is that a common thing? She was out in the rain, or why dancing around that barrel, they're saying?
I mean, just because in Tennessee it's warm. It's warm enough. It's hot here, so when it rains, you can go out in the rain around here. It feels good.
Oh, I used to play in the rain a lot too.
It don't matter what I tell them. Sure, it doesn't matter what I tell them. They're trying to convict me of my own daughter's experience and everything else and everything in between. And it don't matter what I tell them. You can't tell them nothing.
Okay. I mean, so that's his response about the barrel. And then I had texted, and because he kept saying he had a couple barrels, but then that was the last barrel, so he took that barrel. And then I said, okay, well, where'd you get that barrel? I texted him, where did it come from? Was it a neighbor or somebody? And he said he got it in Kingsport. Because I don't have to. As simple as that. You don't tell me what to play, how much to play, and when to play it. It's my panel, my show, my channel. Summer dancing in front of it, it says for sale. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look good. Everybody knows that. He said before when asked about it that he hardly uses it, and now he is saying he always uses it. It comes in handy. Mm-hmm. In the South, we use those as burn barrels. Not all areas have trash pickup, so they burn their trash. These barrels cost around $20 and are bought in the time here in Tennessee. Yeah, Bella. And it's pretty common for people to buy in Minnesota too, especially around hunting time, or if anyone, collects sap from the trees, stuff like that, then you definitely got those barrels. When we go get bear bait and everything, we pick up a couple of those barrels. So many dislikes on this channel because I guess people think that's fun, but it helps the channel, even if they're giving me a thumbs down, because it means they came here. So it's still actually helpful. And a lot of times they will turn the notifications off to make sure they give me a thumbs down as soon as I have something posted. So, I mean, they're clearly subscribed with their notifications on, because the second this was posted to come on tonight, there was 2 thumbs down. So thank you. I am in the country here. We use them to burn our trash too. Yeah, I mean, that is fairly common. So it's up to, all y'all. Do you accept what his answer is or not? Has he told different stories? I'd have to go back and listen, because at this point I don't even remember. I've just talked to him, so I have literally no idea. I think that's the story we had gotten before, that he had just bought it or something. But like Glitter, I don't know what her name was, Glitter or somebody said he had said that he barely uses or whatever, he uses it all the time. Hey, Vintage Ink, but you said you don't hunt, so why buy barrels? That's literally not what was said. Jesus. Oh, he doesn't hunt. Well, yeah, I straight up asked him, was it for bear hunt or bear baiting or anything? He said no. But like other people here in the chat are from Tennessee. They say they pick up barrels like that all the time for fires. Actually, the thing that was coming to my mind is it's exactly how the Averys had their fires. They had those barrels around with fires in them at the junkyard. I had never heard him comment on the barrel before this. Could have missed it though. Yeah, and like I said, it's up to you. Like, are you guys going to accept that answer or not. I'm not saying you have to believe it, but I definitely wanted to ask him better. There's a little bit more people in here, so I will play it again. Shit. Who cares? Thumbs up or down? Are you all serious? Answer the question. When was this call made in real time? It was made today at exactly 3:15 today. So about 3 hours and a half ago, 3.5 hours ago. So do you guys want me to play it again right now or wait a little bit, answer some questions, play it again, answer questions? I don't care about the barrel unless Summer is in it. Yeah, oh. Yeesh. I don't know. I heard him talk about the barrel, some story. Yeah. Well, we've asked him before. I swear it's on one of the interviews or he said it on the live. I know he's answered it before, but I couldn't remember what his exact answer was. So I saw Evil Exists did that and was like, was it a hint or whatever? And so I was like, I'm just going to ask him and see what he says. And then, if he did say something else differently, well, I'm sure everyone would find that and pick it apart. So we would know, well, which one do we believe then? He said 3 different things, but I don't know if I can't remember what I heard before. I'd have to go back in the other interviews and hear, or if he was possibly on someone else's channel. I
remember him saying he bought it.
He bought it? Yeah. And today he said he bought it from Kingsport, but in the recording, if you listen, he says, they had like 3 or 4 of them, but then he goes to, that was the last one. I don't know. I'm just going to play it again. Let me find it. All right, here we go.
Hey, tell the barrel again. You told me about that barrel and I don't remember.
I don't understand about the barrel.
Me either, but it's going around today. They said that it's some hint that you left, and I know you mentioned it in one of our interviews, but
yeah, it's just this barrel I bought. This is freaking hilarious. I was gonna use it to burn trash in, or I was gonna put it in my shed. Maybe I use it all the time if I'm working on a vehicle like this. You can put tools on it and everything. It's real handy. It's right there, like a little, something to just keep your tools on. So like nice with. But
I thought maybe you go bear baiting or anything like that.
No, nothing like that. I don't hunt, so I don't do that.
So you got that barrel and it said for sale on it already?
Yeah, well, yeah, he had that barrel plus a bunch of other ones out there for sale.
Yeah.
But that was the last one out there that day. That's the one I had the for sale thing signed that he put on there on it.
Okay, so the other big question that they're putting out there, and that's been out there, but for some reason it's going around again today.
Well, it's
her
like
dancing out there around it. Her dancing around out there. Was that a common thing? She was out in the rain, or why dancing around that barrel, they're saying?
I mean, just because in Tennessee it's warm. It's warm enough. It's hot here, so when it rains, you can go out in the rain around here. It feels good.
I used to play in the rain a lot too.
Yeah. It don't matter what I tell them, sure. It doesn't matter what I tell them. They're just trying to convict me of my own daughter's disappearance and everything else and everything in between. And it don't matter what I tell them. You can't tell them nothing.
Do you have a disability insurance claim? Here's what you really need to know. Disability insurance is a highly...
Voices, can you please unblock? Oh, yes.
I'll go do that.
Okay. I forgot to do that last night.
Oh yeah, for those of you asking if Don still has a barrel, he did kick it in one of Cher's interviews.
Yeah. Yeah, he did kick the barrel on one of the lives or something like that. So some of you are saying, yeah, and yeah, I know I asked him, I just couldn't remember what he said. So again, is it match the story we heard before? I really can't remember. So if it does, there you go. I don't know. 2 questions I want answered. Where is Summer and what does the title say? I'm going to start coming up with something where whoever can guess like the most titles right in the month or something will get a little prize or something. But the title of this one says, you want to play a game, let's fucking play. Since some people have turned this into a fucking game and think it's a game and that it's so fucking funny. 423 Chase. I have passed along. Now, there's been several people who have offered the Wells to like grab some of their friends and like they know people that will go and help Don search. And Ben has helped try to get people together too and everything, but we need like an actual like from Don, like where should people be searching and stuff. So we haven't gotten that yet, but 423 Chase, we got your email last night. And yeah, definitely. I'm going to email you his phone number actually, so you can try and get a hold of him. And I'll tell Don someone is going to be texting you to try and help plan a search thing. So I wish you luck with trying to get that together and where to go. because several people have reached out, and the response that I get is usually that law enforcement is not allowing it. So I'm not sure, but it's very awesome of you to be willing to do that and get some people together. So definitely, I'm really, really hoping that they will take you up on that offer. Benny, I'm gonna put the link in. You guys do have to show your face for a second, so, or I'm not gonna let you on. If you come up here trying to be rude to me or trying to whatever, yell at me, scream at me, or just be a bitch to me, I will kick you and block you. If you have a different opinion, you sure are welcome up here, but let's discuss it civilly. If law enforcement is not allowing people to search, then why would EquiSearch be going back up there? I don't know. So from what I was told, Don had told me several times in the last month that he was talking to Dave Radar and he really wanted them to come back up and search. And I was told that EquiSearch had contacted law enforcement and that they were told no. And now I'm told that they are, I guess, coming back up. So I can't answer that. I do know that I don't know. I can just tell you what I was being told. Don told me he tried weeks ago to get them up here or up there or wherever to search again. And I was told that law enforcement just wouldn't let them. And I think that's kind of what they had said too. It kind of looked like law enforcement wasn't really letting people go search, and I'm sure they have their reasons. So, sure, did Don say anything about charges being filed in Utah? He did. He said when today. But no, we didn't really talk about that. Do I still think he is guilty? I definitely think Don knows more than what he's saying, and I have been a lot harder on him now. I tell him, actually, I'm on my phone. Maybe he's trying to find checking convictions to block her right now, but when he comes back, I'll tell you what I said to him. I literally said, are you covering for anybody else? Because I'd hate to see you get in trouble if you're covering for anyone else. I've straight up asked him, do you really trust Candace? Do you not, do you think that she's lying to you? She's lied to you before. You've told me she's lied to you. We've caught her in lies. Would she tell you, Don? Come on. I said, would you honestly tell me if you were helping cover for anyone else? And his response to me was something like, I'll have to read it and I'll put it on a community post, but it was something about the Bible. What does the Bible say about bearing false witness or something like that? Basically telling me no, he wouldn't cover for anybody else because it's not in the Bible. Again, he knows you snitch. He's not going to tell you. Again, whether he does or doesn't, I can only put out there what he says to me. That's all I'm doing. I'm not saying we believe it or not believe it. EquiSearch is waiting for Ellie to give them the when, the okay. Okay. I sure hope that they let them. Yeah, and drinks and yeah. I don't know. This whole thing is fishy AF. I'd say too damn bad. I'm gonna search whenever, wherever it is far as long as it takes to find my child. That is exactly how I feel. It's my personal opinion, but I don't have a missing child, so I can't say how everyone acts because I don't know if everyone watches or knows the Madeleine McCann story. They didn't quite act right either, in my opinion. And you see, what was that one? Was it Michael or what's that? The little boy where it was the grandma was all worked up. The redheaded grandma. You know what I'm talking about? And I don't think the boyfriend knew, but the girlfriend did know.
Oh yeah.
And she was standing at the car there. That grandma was beside herself. And then we were watching the Holly Bobo thing, and just the reactions aren't the same, or in my opinion, what they should be. I wish she would talk to you, Cher. Who? Please, 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 Cher, Mr. Cher, take care of you. Take a day or 4 and decompress. I'm not as angry now because I don't care. Here's the thing. Yes, I turned him in, whatever, and then we didn't speak for 24 hours. He did that whole whatever, blew me off. Actually, even after that went around crazy, I was still getting text messages from his phone, but he was trying to make me believe it was Candace, but I know it wasn't Candace because Candace wouldn't text me and tell me it's her. She would be like, fuck you, Cher, and block me. and she's listening to this, she's laughing and she's saying, "You're damn right." So, you know, I know it wasn't her, but then everyone would be like, "Oh, you're a liar." I told everyone when it first started, I said, I don't believe that shit. Even just listening to it, not even like knowing Don, it was just so far fetched. So you're trying to tell me Cartel came originally June 15th, they stole Summer. Summer got gone or whatever. And then the Cartel would wait damn near 3 months and then come back. And then they're going to leave just Candace and take Don. Like, I already knew it was all bullshit. And in the end, anyway, I was like, well, are they trying to hurt Candace? Was it Candace that owed somebody? Or like, why are they taking everybody that Candace loves? Because in the end, if that was all to be true, it'd be Candace the one that's like tortured and agony. Her boys were taken, her daughter's gone, now her husband, like she's left all alone. So then I'm thinking, damn, is somebody out to hurt Candace? Like, why take everybody she loves and just leave her? Like, you know what I mean? So no, none of it made sense to me. And I told everyone, you're wrong. But then everyone's like, she's a liar. Look, he's arrested. Look at the Photoshop pictures. He's arrested. She's lying. But I did think it was true because we actually looked him up and it was showing him in transit.
Mhm.
And so I was like, oh shit, maybe he really did get arrested. And then the timing of my report, when I actually thought the SA charges were filed right around that time too. So we were like, oh, the timing, like, we just thought it was perfect timing that maybe he was just trying to disappear. And Mr. Scher was like, oh, maybe this is his little plan to like just disappear completely off of social media.
Yeah.
He's going to pretend the Cartel took him, and then all of a sudden we never hear from Don or Candace again, like on social media. They just delete everything. Because if you remember, his Facebook would go away, come back, go away, come back, go away, come back, like all day long that day. I wouldn't talk to you if I was D. I don't blame C for not talking to you too. Awesome. But here you are in my chat.
Mhm.
Iva, I know who you are. Duh, you're not even original. Bye-bye. I'm blocking this account too. Don is living in your head rent-free, people. No, maybe before, but it's different now. Like, I'm not. He knows that I believe he knows more. I am straightforward about that now. Like, I don't care. If he stops talking to me, he stops talking to me. Has Don talked about the SA charges pressed today? Yes, he has brought that up. He was gonna get gone himself. I don't know why that's funny, but it is. Hey, Cher. You don't know me, but I have been a silent watcher. I am an empath and a paranormal investigator, and I know a lot of famous investigators. Is Summer alive? What do you feel? Kristen, I do not feel that she is, I guess. Like, I lean more towards no, I don't think so. But because of what circus this is and all the damn games and everyone, well, not everyone, but Don and Candace pulling this crap, it does make me wonder, is it possible she's alive? You know, it did give me a little more hope because I'm like, damn, they want money and think games are funny. Like, it made me think, oh. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Danny. They searched the house 7 times. If there was anything to find, they'd have found it. They tossed their house 7 times. I'm afraid the Cartel will now actually put a hit on Don for all the lies and attention he's drawing to them. No, I don't think it's worth it for them to do something like, that'd be a little too obvious maybe for them. I don't think they'll mess with that. Hey, Rainbow, can you show your face for a minute?
Use Kayak's filters to search only the flights you actually want to take. Download the Kayak app now.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey.
I just have a quick question that I've had from last night.
Yes.
And correct me if I'm wrong because I could be. When you were reading what Don had given you to read, he said, I would have done the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Am I reading that wrong? Or am I taking that in right?
That is what he said. I'm not sure how he meant it because he had texted it all out or typed it all out. But yeah, he did say I would do the same thing.
Yes.
I think with, you thought you were saving my daughter from a bad situation. Well, I would do the same thing. You'll be a hero, something like that, right?
Well, it was when, gosh, I wish I had taken notes because typically I do, because I'm an SA survivor, and when it comes to things like this, I do, but it made it sound like whatever this person would have done, I would have done the same thing. That's how I took it.
Yeah, I catch exactly what you're saying, and I picked up on that too. Like, oh, so you would have taken her too if you were like on the outside looking in, that type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I did. That stood out to me as well. And thank you, Christine. Thank you so much. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. That stood out to me. You're not wrong for thinking that, because what does he mean by that? Like, would you too, if you were an outsider seeing the way Summer was being treated, you would want to save her? Like, and then I wondered, like, well, what does that mean? Like, was it other people in the family treating her wrong and he wanted, like, I just, so many things you can take from that.
So many things go through your head,
Mhm.
and you go to lay your head on the pillow, and you're like, okay, what did he mean by that? You know, I'm like, I didn't sleep last night. I'm like, what was he meaning by
Mhm.
saying I would have done the same thing as them, or whatever it was he said? I'm not correctly word for word verbatim what he said, but that just stood out to me, and I have been wanting to ask, what did he mean?
I did see that horse and I thought that was a sign. I rewatched that about 100 times. I made my husband watch it, and I was like, God, I just feel like that's Summer, like
The black horse?
that black horse that took off during the damn press
Yeah.
conference for Summer.
Yeah.
And they had gone to like Horse Pond or where, like, I just took that as a
Where
sign.
where they went swimming that day is called the horse pond.
Mm.
And then that horse or donkey or whatever it was took off, and I've been, just because I'm sensitive to it, I have PTSD, I have anxiety over these things, and I'm like, what did he mean by he would have done the same thing?
We're gonna try and find that clip and play it for you guys. I think I have it. I know the whole book deal and Dr. Oz, selling to Dr. Oz is just hilarious to me.
I could be completely wrong. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I caught on to that last night, and it's been on my mind ever since. So
mm,
I could have heard it wrong. I will admit, you know, if I'm wrong. I just, what if indeed he did say that, what does he mean by he would have done the same thing?
that is a good question. Sorry, we're trying to figure out how to play that video of the horse.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, take the link, baby. Oh, hold on. Mr. Share's gonna help show that. Hold on. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of things he says where you can take it and look, you can make anything fit with what he says. He talks so weird like that. Bobby was like, who
It's
says
word
get
salad.
gone?
That's what I call it, is word salad. I mean, it's like this and this and that and that and this and this and that and that. But when he said, I would have done the same thing, he said it once, if not twice. And that's where it got me.
Diane, I see what you're saying, and I totally get it. Cotton candy. Rainy Bows is her screen name. Well, thank you, Rainy. But yeah, that definitely stood out to me as well. So
Okay.
I'm not sure.
To make sure it wasn't only me.
No, it
But-
stood out for sure. There's a lot of things he says that will make you go like, what?
Yeah, I was like, okay, what do you mean? You would have done the same thing as and it made me to believe, like, as when I took, I don't want to say it, but that's what my brain went to. And so, that's the only question I had to ask, and I will let other people jump on. I don't understand. I wish I could hear that again.
It's definitely something I can ask him about too, but there's going to be a lot of other things that he says that, yeah, is definitely going to stand out. So that did stand out to me. Thank you so much for coming up here and sharing that with everyone.
I appreciate you. Thank you for having me on. I won't keep you anymore. I just had that one question. I'm glad to know that I'm not the only one that heard that the way it came out. And it's not on you. You know, you're reading what he has said. So
yeah, that's all, that's all I can do. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you. Thank you, Rainy Bows. Hopefully you come back up again on another live.
Oh, I will for sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now we're going to show how we got the clip of that runaway horse, which I think is a huge... Yes, I will, Karen, in just a few minutes here.
I'm David Moss, and the holidays are here at Moss Nissan. And to help you celebrate, we are giving you an opportunity to win up to $5,000 in holiday cash. Visit us at any Moss Nissan location and purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle. Upon completion of your purchase, you'll select an envelope.
Okay. You'll see that? Baby, can you rewind it a little bit again? Yeah. Watch this dang horse go by. If that ain't summer sending a sign, I don't know what is. Yep. And I kept saying to myself, why did nobody get in the car and follow that fucking horse? Like, I was like, somebody should be following that horse. Chills. No, Ellie Ray, you're fine. Your mods put my accounts on timeout for no reason. Not this account. It is crazy. And again, yeah, I was like, someone follow that horse. Have you seen the odd audio of Wells' grifter neighbor? I don't think so. It's called Gut Feeling. It's very different. Yeah, see? It's crazy, right? Take a pamperin with him, Idol. Who asked about charges filed at the 19-minute mark? No charges were filed today. A police report was filed today. Awesome. Awesome either way. I don't know. You could have played that clip when your caller was on the phone. You could have played that clip when the caller was on the phone. Very add audio. No, if we had the audio in there, then I got put in timeout and wasn't disrespectful or made any mean comment. Okay, well, The weird audio is weird, all right. Wait, what weird audio? There was no audio on there, I don't think. Right, Kaz. Exactly. And it's funny how it's fun. Yeah, I mean, it's funny how you predicted that. And everyone was like, oh, you knew he was going to do things and you didn't report it. I did. I even stopped him from doing, that wasn't the exact prank he had said, but then nobody gives him shit for knowing exactly the prank he was doing and waiting and giving everyone a cliffhanger for 24 hours before airing it. Come on now. If you've been put in timeout accidentally, it is because the chat jumps. Yeah, that does happen. The shadow looks so odd. Mm. Yeah, there's also slow chat on, so it's not going to let you send a bunch of comments at once. The prank, he's talked about several different pranks, but the big one where I was like, please don't do that, was oh, he wanted to do a false confession for $1 million. He thought that'd be hilarious. He said, what if we plan a false confession? You know, excuse me. Yeah, so that was like the big thing that I knew about, and I straight up said, no, you can't do that. And he's like, well, why not? And I said, because like, you can't do that. This is serious. Your daughter is missing, and everyone is going to say that you're taking the focus off of Summer. Like, you cannot do that. And he goes, well, no, it would work. $1 million pay-per-view event. And then when finally it's time to confess, he said he was going to confess how much he loves this church. Kind of like the O.J. Simpson, if I did it book type thing is what was funny, I guess. Not to me, but yeah. Oh, is it? I'm not sure how it's interfering, but what did Don say about the charges that were filed? Oh, really? Oh, yeah? Oh, today? Oh. Yeah. Did he say false or just confession? He said a confession. He said, what was his word? I can't remember, but he wanted to do a false confession, like pretend to confess, but it was going to be like not confession, not a real confession. He said a pay-per-view confession. Yes, that's what he said exactly, pay-per-view. And he said for $1 million. Yes, confess that he loves God. Yes, that's what he said. And then when it was time that he would confess that he loves God and his church. Oh, I hit my head. I'm cleaning my car. That's a great point. If he said confession and not false, that's something. Have you heard from Candace after her prank call to Mary? Candace isn't one that I usually talk to, unless like she wanted something out, like her mom wasn't talking to True Crime Obsession, then she would talk to me. Like certain things that she wanted to make sure and she was pissed about, she would then talk to me, but no. 99% of my communication has always been with Dawn. If Cher's convo with Don Watts was interfering with investigation, she would be ordered to cease and desist by law enforcement. Exactly. And it's been asked to them, should I continue talking to them? Should I not? Like, what do you guys advise? So I am not doing anything that is illegal. And anything that I think has been a problem has been turned over. And everything is certainly saved for if they did say, oh, hey, Cher, I need your phone and everything, it would be gladly handed over. So everyone going around with you're going to be going to prison with Dawn, you and Candace can be cellmates. Okay, keep on thinking that. I mean, it just shows me how uneducated you truly are. Saw the horse at the carousel, right? Juju, welcome to the crazy train. Whoop, whoop. Chris has caused way more trouble than Cher. I haven't done anything that I don't get it. I haven't done anything. I talked to him. That's all. I'm not saying I believe everything. And I'm not asking any of you guys to believe everything. I talked to him. I let him say things his way, how he wants it said. Unmanipulated, of course. Trust me, over half the shit that comes out of his mouth or text isn't shit that he should be saying. So if I had any control over that, it wouldn't be said. I don't have any narration or whatever that he needs to go with. I've been letting him do his thing his fucking way. And if you want to act as though it's not helpful, you're all wrong. If you want to act as though I'm not doing this for Summer, you're very wrong. Summer is the only thing that has kept me wanting to keep getting more answers, or the public lashing that I have received, worst ever in my life. There's no fucking way. But I'm not going to be bullied to do what I feel is the right thing in my own heart. I'm not going to stand down and be bullied by a bunch of men who like to harass women online. It just ain't going to happen. To even think about pranks when his child is missing blows my mind. How sick. Come on now. Right, Jennifer. And I agree with that as well. And at the same time, because I get so bashed and, you know, being on YouTube or social media, I understand how, like, oh my God, listen, they take this and twist it. And then everybody runs with it. I understand having that frustration and then being like, let me just do this and, you know, fuck everyone. I'm going to watch everyone take it and run with it, but they're going to fucking look dumb. Like, I kind of get that, but you're absolutely right. I absolutely wouldn't be doing that if I had a child missing. Like, that'd be the last thing on my mind. So to me, yeah, I told him immediately. I'm like, you know, you pissed me the fuck off. That pissed me off. How could you do that? I said that to him. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? Any credibility you once had with anyone is out the window now because of that bullshit. Like, what are you doing? Everyone thinks I'm just kissing his ass, and I'm not. Now, he stopped talking to me for 24 hours. When people were like, you keep bothering him, why you keep bothering him? He reached out to me. He watches the shows and texts me what to say or whatever. So don't jump on me for calling me, like, put your own fucking voice out there, you know? Let me make sure I get this right. I don't feel bad about it. But when we did that plea the other night, Thursday night or Friday night, for his daughter, I literally had just ended the stream. Like, as soon as I ended stream of everyone making their pleas for Summer to come home, John reached back out to me, and we've been talking ever since. But I've been a lot more, not harsher, but I've been stern with him, because at this point, I don't care if he stops talking to me or not, because it's not about does Don talk to me, it's about getting an answer. So was I a little more like treating him with child gloves before? Yes. But I'm not doing that now, where I straight up, you know, I'm asking him the hard questions. Tanya, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Mandy, welcome to the Crazy Train. Thank you. Cher, didn't you say you didn't record y'all's combos until the Saturday that he let his mask down? Right. Unless he had told me, like, hey, record this. I can't come on the live, record this with me. But as of that, like, the past week, yes, I record conversations. And just like today, I told him, don't talk to me about anything else because I'm recording you right now. So yes, I don't have to record people without their knowledge. I absolutely told him. Now on Saturday when I was recording, no, he did not know. I didn't say that, but it is legal for me to do. And I was recording those times, you know, because I wanted to give it to law enforcement. So I do not feel bad about it. Sharon, welcome to Crazy Train. Whoop, thank you. Why is my writing light gray? Am I blocked? No, you are not blocked, or you wouldn't even be able to send me a super chat at all. But the slow chat is on. So when you make a comment, and then if you go to comment before 2 minutes time is up, it will turn gray and not post. You'll have to wait the whatever time it says left. So you aren't blocked or anything. I just have slow mode on because usually it's too hard for me to keep track. The chat jumps a lot. Yes, Karen, seeing your comments. I don't like all the bashing of each other on YouTube lately. I feel like I'm back in school. Yes, and I hated it enough the first time. If you don't like each other, don't watch. Why is that hard, YouTube? Did Don yell at you last night on your hubby's live? No, we were just texting. He got upset at maybe my husband or maybe both of us. I'm not sure, but he did get upset that, you know, he's not happy that we don't 100% believe everything he's saying, for sure. Kimbers, Tammy, we love you. And Nellie, if you're watching, I hope you feel better. You and your sister soon. We love you. But no, he didn't yell at me. Actually, I'll read you what he said. You know, he wasn't happy. Okay, maybe I'm going to send this to you so I can read it. Okay. So what he sent last night was, I'm so done. Why does everyone want to believe we could be so evil as to harm our daughter? I just can't believe this. All I've done is work my ass off and try my best to get my kids in church. and they all interpret that as evil. Wow. Effing wow. It doesn't even bother anyone about his niece's lies. Like, that's totally fine. Wow. That's the world we live in today. You can have the world. I want nothing to do with it, and I have nothing to prove to you worldly people. You can keep it all. Charles, I'm not sure about that. I don't think there is a time to wait, you know, if I mean, what I mean is 5 o'clock somewhere all the time. That could be JM. It could be that it's from all of the drinking and drug use off and on, because he's admitted he falls sometimes. It could be that is what makes him harder to understand. It's definitely a possibility. Voice is just a reminder, sorry to pester, checking convictions is waiting to be unblocked.
She's unblocked.
She is unblocked. I do something. See him help the world look at them different. Oh, why is it all about Don? Grr. Well, you can click off. Did he think it was odd for C to go to Allie's? Did he think it was odd for? Oh, as far as he knew, there was no problems between Allie and Candace. And somebody told me today they know both of them and that they still to this day talk and are fine. Allie and Candace. I don't know. I will certainly ask though if he wants to answer. Do you believe Don is guilty or not? I believe that Don knows more than he is saying, for sure. Of what? I don't know, because we don't know. Summer's not here. We don't know. So I can't say what is he guilty of. But do I personally think he knows more? Hell yes, I do. I think they both do. And yes, Don knows that. And I've said it to him yesterday, today, like, tell me, Don, like, please tell me, like, you know, he knows what I think, period. Now I'm going to go check something for checking convictions really quick, and hubby's going to take over for a minute.
All right. So I'll just have a look at the chat. Yeah, I did unblock checking convictions on the channel. I don't know. It might just take a minute. I know we're not up to the reward money. Hello, all.
Crispy Original? Yes, please. Spicy Buffalo? Hand 'em over. Whole white meat deliciousness? Game on.
Did you get the message I sent to Prairie Boy on Facebook last night? I think so. Thanks, Mary Frances. Yep, I'm doing okay. Worked hard today. I'm tired, but I'm doing all right. Do you think Don is really concerned about being arrested? I don't know. Maybe. He does seem to be a little bit preoccupied with this stuff with his family. Yeah, apparently that whole prank thing was it was about Chris. Michelle, I'm a carpenter.
All right, you should be unblocked for sure now. Checking convictions. Okay, well, you guys, I didn't want to really do this all night. I'm working on something else that will premiere maybe tomorrow or over this weekend. And then Thursday night, I'm going to have Jay for Justice on, and we're going to do like a serious interview with her. It won't be much. I mean, Summer Wells might spill over into that, but it's going back like, I told her I want to ask her all of the hard questions, all of the shit we have all heard about her and, you know, leaking calls and stuff like that. I told her, I'm like, I want to sit down with you and I want to discuss it. She said she's super anxious about it and nervous, but I'm really excited for it because, to be honest, all these bigger channels pretend to be my friend, like on the side, but they have never defended me like publicly like that. And she did that today. And I was like, oh my God, like I haven't had anyone do that before. So I was like, I want to sit down now. I want to know more about everything from crap that people said about her and that even I believe, from Watt's case to the Heidi Broussard case. And we're going to go through it all on Thursday night. And as long as people are respectful, I think she's pretty open to answering people's questions. And I'm pretty excited for that. So while it's not going to be all Summer Wells, we made up through the Summer Wells case. So a little bit will be on that, but it's going to be basically more about Jennifer J for Justice podcast, why she started her channel and her experience and everything she's gone through being a creator and doing what she's doing. So I'm actually pretty excited for that. And then, yeah, this weekend we're going to do, it's a pretty long phone call, but you'll see the phone call that I had set when I was trying to question Dawn to have something to turn into TBI. So the recording, the call that I made for law enforcement, now that it's been over a week, we will go ahead and play that, I think, over the weekend, right, baby?
Sure. Yeah, we can play it though.
Yeah. So we got some stuff going on. It's just well, fuck it. It's putting it out when I'm comfortable to put it out and all of that. So people are like demanding, do this, you owe us this. And I'm going to put it out how I feel it should be put out, when it should be put out. That's all. $50,000 for a book deal about Dawn. Is it true? Well, that's interesting. I thought it was $50,000 owed to Cartel. Now it's for a book deal? How could we possibly even know how much a book would make to even make a $50,000 deal like that? What if the book didn't even make $50,000? What if nobody bought the book? So that's really weird. Jesus, people. So anyways, I'm going to play that, what he says about the barrel one last time, just for anyone that may want to watch it or may not. If you don't, go ahead and click off, because I'm going to play it in 3, 2, 1.
Hey. Tell the barrel again. You told me about that barrel, and I don't remember.
What is this? I don't understand about the barrel.
Me either, but it's going around today. They said that it's some hint that you left, and I know you mentioned it in one of our interviews, but
yeah, it's just this barrel I bought. Gosh, this is freaking hilarious. I was gonna use it to burn trash in, or I was gonna put it in my shed. Maybe I use it all the time if I'm working on a vehicle like this. You can put the tools on it and everything. It's real handy. It's right there, like a little, something to just keep your tools on. It's really nice. But
I thought maybe you go bear baiting or anything like that.
No, nothing like that. I don't hunt. I don't do that.
So you got that barrel and it said for sale on it already?
Yeah. Well, yeah, he had that barrel plus a bunch of other ones out there for sale. Yeah. But that was the last one out there that day. That's the one that had the for sale thing signed that he put on there on it.
Okay, so you know the other big question that they're putting out there, and that's been out there, but for some reason it's going around again today.
Well, it's
her
like
dancing out there around. Her dancing around out there. Was that a common thing? She was out in the rain, or why dancing around that barrel? They're saying.
I mean, just because in Tennessee it's warm. It's warm enough. It's hot here, so when it rains, you can go out in the rain around here. It feels good.
I used to play in the rain a lot too.
It don't matter what I tell them. Sure, it doesn't matter what I tell them. They're just trying to convict me of my own daughter's disappearance and everything else and everything in between. And it don't matter what I tell them. You can't tell them nothing.
I will ask him that, Amy. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, to the new members and for the super chats. Yeah, and it's up to you. Like I said, you don't have to believe them. That's okay. Any locals remodeling house? No, they've been offered a lot of help like that. They have. They just don't take it up right now, I guess. Oh. It's our belief that was the No Thanks Productions or whatever channel guy. It's my personal belief. Not sure if it's true, but wait to the party, Twin Cities, and now we are saying good night. We are saying good night. Book's called "You're Going to Jail: How Not to Be a Don." Oh, jeez. Is the church helping them at all? We can talk about that. I have actually recently, since everything's gone down, I got pissed and I reached out to Robin again And I've talked to her quite a bit actually since it's happened in the last couple months. I've talked to her quite a bit. So it sounds as though they'd rather just focus on themselves and their own families right now, is kind of the message I'm getting. So I don't know. All right. Good night, everyone. Thanks for hanging.
Good night, peeps.
And again, Mandy, drop the link, because if you don't want to watch through this live stream to get to that recording, if you want that recording, I'm not even saying it's a big deal.
Okay, it's pretty much the end of that one. Yes, Anya, they know. Every one of them know. Grandis knows. They know. They know. Because they have no sadness of their daughter being missing. You know what I mean? They just talk normal like us. And I used to think Don didn't know. I still am iffy on that because he might not know exactly, but he knows something. He knows something. Okay, and we are going to go to the next one here.
Sylvia.
Hello, everybody.
So good to see you back around. Cheshire, Mandy, we love you too. I've learned a lot. Debbie, I'm going to share the link in a little bit. Benny, Mandy, people I know that can come up. Daylin, I love you. Hey, Punksy, Brandolyn, Sam, I am. Hope for Peace. Hey, I haven't seen you in a little bit, I don't think. Honest Rage, hello. All right, so I am going to first start off with a disclaimer, I think, because the recording I'm going to play is not like Don's sisters probably won't want to listen to it because he does talk about them. And, you know, I was just letting him talk. He called me last night and he did say in the recording, he like near the end of the conversation that he wished I was recording it. So again, some people have asked, like, what if he's doing some prank on me or whatever? Well, if he is, then I think that makes him look worse. And I've told him that. So I will just continue to put out there what he tells me. But this time it's a recording with him. We did not write it down because hubby's been working all week and got home today, is working. So, and I'm not computer savvy, am I? So I know a lot of you have trouble understanding him. And I'll tell you right now, he does not want me to play this recording. He's tried to stop me today, even told me it was against the law in Canada, which it's not. It's a one party in Canada. Yeah, so I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it in a few minutes, but there is a trigger warning. He does talk the way he talks usually, you know, about his sisters. So he says things that people aren't going to like about a lot of things, from EquiSearch, his sisters, just like everything. The whole call pretty much is maybe triggering to some people. So definitely a trigger warning. And I would not want his sisters to listen to this. I am not saying I agree with what's coming out of his mouth either, you guys. I am just putting it out there. Hold on.
Hey, Brandy Bauer.
All right, sorry guys, he's texting me right now. This is Don's words, not shares. Thanks, Daylin. Yeah, all of them. Trish, Jeannie, Mary. He's talking about all his sisters. He's basically angry at the world in this phone call. You guys will hear it. He is drunk, so you could, I mean, keep that in mind. Yes, definitely trigger warning. He won't answer that question. Unbelievable. Hey, Miss Wednesday. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Lori Dozer. Trigger warning. Yes, trigger warning. Don't shoot the messenger, y'all. Mary, hello. Okay. I mean, I'm telling you, he doesn't say nice things. So and again, I'm sorry, but I do not agree with a lot of what he says. I'm just putting it out there. Now, I did text Don today and told him it's probably in his best interest to not have any further communication with me because of what my beliefs are. But he's still talking to me. Somebody had emailed me a question. I asked him that question. It's as simple as, whose name is the Subaru in? And he cannot answer that. He had asked me, like, why do you believe it? Is it my past? No, Don, I know you're watching right now. It is not just your past. It's all the inconsistencies. It's everything that doesn't make sense. Even when Cam and Allie were there and they showed the door to the basement and you can only see out, you can't see in. So let's say there's someone with perfect timing. There's no way somebody outside saw inside that basement door and saw Summer there to know that that was the time she was in the basement. Because that is like basically like a one-way mirror type window there. You could see out, but you could not see in. So I just want to put it that. So now the other thing that stood out to me is they were not at the prayer circle yesterday. I noticed Robin had made a comment, and I'm going to show a clip. Everyone has the prayer circle circling around. I took this, of course, from Jay for Justice, just a 30-second clip of what Robin's explanation for them not being there was. I found it interesting, so I'm going to play that really quick. Julie, thank you. Welcome to the Crazy Train. All right, here we go. Hold on.
They can find Summer, Father God. We are believing that they can in the name of Jesus, Father. Amen.
There's some people commenting, asking where the parents are. Candace is not feeling well, and Don is working his butt off like he always does. So, like he always does. But there's a lot of people praying, whether they're here or not. We know there's a lot of people, a lot of church families out there that have their own little vigils, that have their own prayer. Wednesday night especially prayer meetings. So we know there's a lot of prayer going on, whether they're here or not. They're here in spirit. And also, someone's asking you to do Waymaker.
Okay, so I know that's not true. Like, I know they were drunk last night. Candace crashed early, drunk, whatever. Don was drunk. He drunk called me when Candace went to sleep. So I then texted Robin today. Usually we go back and forth, and I asked Robin, did you, is that what Don and Candace told you? Or, were you just being kind and kind of just, kind of covering for them, being nice? Or is that, what you were honestly told? And I told Robin, I said, because I know the truth. I know what they were doing, and I know where they were. And she didn't respond. She read it, but she did not respond to it at all. So I found that interesting because she responds to most everything else. So maybe she was lied to and felt bad too. I'm not sure. Are you ready to play that a little? All right. So the recording might be bad because it was recorded on hubby's phone. So we're just going to play off his phone on here, and we will try to put it up in a better way, over the weekend when hubby's not so busy. Okay. So we're going to play it. Maybe I'll pause it to answer some questions. I don't know, but it's almost a darn hour. So I really want to get through it. If you guys will just kind of listen to it. Again, it might be choppy. You'll have to maybe, I don't know, can they slow down? They can speed it up when they listen back or something. I'll try and figure something out over the weekend to get it up there with writing and everything so you guys can better understand. Right?
Oh, okay. I was just wondering. All right. Mary texted me and said she pressed charges and all this and that crap over something. 4 years ago.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. She just texted you?
Yeah.
She pressed charges on you and then texted you?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
On. You didn't answer the phone, did you?
Trish said in that one video to get a hold of her. So I tried everything in the world to find her number, call her, blah, blah, blah. So I posted on Facebook, Trish, yes, had my number all along. You could have called.
Yes, this was last night at 9 p.m. for us. And Mary, Jeannie, Trish, I'm sorry again, trigger warning for this call for definitely you women. I'm sorry.
Long time ago. But you're full of shit.
Oh my God.
She don't want to contact me.
Oh my God.
She went on some woman's show and said all this and that crap. She's full of crap.
Did you respond to her though?
Dude, Mary?
Yeah.
All I put on there was that Trish told me on that one show to get contact her, and I was just trying to contact her. That's all I put.
Chris McDonough made a post saying if we talk to her, even if I talk to her, it's almost like threatening me that I'm not allowed to talk to your sisters because I'm friends with you.
That's so freaking funny.
Yeah, did you read that?
Oh, you know what though? Did she threaten her?
No.
All right then.
I told her I was sorry for her experience.
Why would you be so well? Nobody's sorry for any of my damn experiences. I spent my whole life in prison. Nobody's sorry for that.
I am, but nobody cares.
No, nobody cares about that. Ain't nobody ever touched Trish or anything else. And Jeannie's responsible for her own crap, and she knows it.
So wait, were you ever alone with Trish?
Never.
That's what I thought.
I don't even know Trish. I remember riding in the car with her one time with my dad to Idaho and back. That's all I remember about her. No, hell no. She ain't playing that bullshit. She's a liar.
Do you think Allie or Hunter would take Summer though?
It's a possibility, yes. We've been thinking about that all along.
I do not like them at all. And I just, there's red flags, yes, that make you look bad. But I just don't think that you're some monster. That's why I asked you, are you covering for somebody else? Maybe your friend or something?
I would never cover. I'm going to tell you straight out, Sharon. I love my daughter more than anybody I've ever loved in my entire life. You think I'd cover for anybody for her? Hell no.
No?
Hell no.
Not even your wife or your mother-in-law?
Hell no. My wife knows how I felt about Summer. I told my wife over and over, don't keep your eye on her clothes. She's my whole world.
Yeah.
She is my whole world. Besides God and Jesus first. Okay. Gotta put that out there. But that's the truth. That's the truth.
Oh my God. Well, I can't believe she would call you or text. She texted you, and I can't believe she would do that after filing charges.
Her charges are bullshit.
I wonder if I can get in trouble for saying that. She texted Dawn after she filed charges, people.
Yeah, she says she's not supposed to talk to me or whatever. But Trish is the one that put out there to call her and everything else. So I was just trying to get a hold of Trish. But so I just put on Facebook, bullshit. It's bullshit. You're full of bullshit. But she had my number all along. She could have called me anytime because she talks to Mary all the time. And Mary's had my number and they've never tried to contact me.
Yeah.
So I'm calling bullshit. And as far as McDonough, he's the biggest instigator, liar, piece of shit I've ever seen in my life.
Everybody knows that.
Right.
I mean, everyone's starting to see that. Even people who used to like what he was doing are starting to see that.
He just can't let it alone.
No.
He's ruined the whole case all the way around.
Here, I don't know if you saw what he posted or not, but people are coming to me and saying, that is directed towards you, Cher.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, what? I haven't even done anything.
He's trying to scare everybody.
Mm-hmm.
He can't scare. Man, I can get on there and put on all kind of lawsuit crap or some laws or whatever directed towards him.
Yep.
They don't mean crap unless charges are filed.
He said the Utah police report has been filed today, and the PD is investigating SA charges. That said, things have changed for some who would want to harass or connect with victims on behalf of the suspect. I've never harassed your sisters. I've never tried to harass them.
No, don't be scared of him. He's a freaking losing man.
Your sisters came in my live stream talking to me, and you know what, Don? I was nice to them. I
know that.
I didn't harass them.
I've been nice to him my whole life, sure.
Yeah.
How do you think I feel?
Yeah. Yeah. I need some vodka.
Huh?
I need some vodka. Jesus drank wine. Come on.
I can't do vodka and I can't do certain things. I cannot do it. Some things set me off, and vodka is one of them.
Whiskey's what does that to me.
Vodka, I mean, whiskey, I can have a few shots and all I want to do is go to bed. But the other shit, I want to go out freaking do all kinds of stupid shit that I can't do.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know.
And he's just trying to scare them.
Yeah.
And everybody else.
He's parading them around. I said to your sisters yesterday, I said, I hope you know, I feel like, because I am a sexual assault and a rape survivor, and I feel like you guys are being extorted. Do you know how much money he makes off of telling your story? Yeah.
And you know what? I'm a rape survivor.
I know you are, but I haven't shared that with anyone. I do think it's important, your story, because I feel like people would understand more, but I think you're right, then people would be more.
Right. I don't really care. I told Don exactly how I feel and told him it was in his best interest to stop contacting me as of today because of what I think. I actually told him he needs to go to the police and tell the truth and do a full confession. So keep talking shit, people. And again, for his sisters that are in here, I'm sorry, but I think you guys understand what I'm doing here.
Like, nope, for sure, he did something. Like, I get it, but I always want to. I stopped myself so many times from sharing that because it's not my story to share.
I was kind of hoping you would, and I was kind of hoping you wouldn't, but it's the truth. It's the truth. I was beat down. I mean, I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to cry on somebody's shoulder or whatever. Man, it's just the past, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sure them guys, they're in their older ages. I'll never forget the one guy that was going to kill. He had a shotgun pattern in his stomach where somebody shot him with a sawed-off gauge, and he had scar tissue all across his stomach. They probably blew it back a little bit, but it sure as hell didn't kill his ass.
Oh.
But I was going to kill him on that. It was so bad. But I tried to fight that big son of a bitch. And he picked me up like a rag doll and threw me on a bunk. And I landed on the corner of a steel. It was just steel, you know. You get that prison mattress. The rest is, you know, the steel L metal or whatever. I couldn't even walk for about a week. And that was pretty bad. I fought in there every day until that point. I couldn't fight no more. But oh well. That's just, you know, that's just the way it is. But I made trustee after that.
We unblocked her the other day. What the heck? All right, when hubby gets back, I'll see if he will look on the computer again because we double checking convictions. Unblocked. Okay, sorry. And a lot of you guys, if you think that he is going to continue talking to me, like some of you have to have open minds. You know, I'm talking to him in a way he wants to talk. Yes. Does it sound good? No, it doesn't. But he's talking, right? So.
His life one day. I saved the guard's life.
Oh, and the reason I see in the chat, oh, so you know he knows where Summer is. I told him that it is my belief that he knows more than what he is saying, and that he is either covering for someone, or maybe he had an accident and he got scared or whatever, but it is in my opinion that he isn't telling the full truth. And I told him that I feel like he is guilty of something, but I don't know what yet. But his actions, he said, why do you think that? Is it my past? No, Don, I mean, it's your past mixed with everything else. It's your past mixed with even me saying maybe SA should be on the back burner until your daughter is found. You can't do that, though. Instead, you keep attacking your sisters, attacking your niece, instead of just do like I say, put that on, like I said, let them file the charges and like deal with that when it comes to you, but let's deal with Summer. And it wouldn't continue with that. Instead, he is more concerned with trying to hurt his family or let his sisters think his dad is hurting or whatever. Like it's more of an attack to his sisters and niece, and that is wrong. So everything looks bad. The fact that the game's a false confession for $1 million. It's not just his past that makes me believe this now. It's everything. And he knows that. So yes, I was honest with him today and said, you better not, like, just know, like, contacting me now is not in your best interest because this is what I believe, and here is why I believe it. And Don knows that, and he wanted me to not play this call tonight. I don't care because everyone can say I'm not about Summer, but I am. I am doing what I feel like could be helpful to find Summer, and Don fucking knows that. He knows that. He thanks me actually on this call for loving Summer so much. And again, if he's playing me, he's playing me. That makes him look worse than me. So I'm going to continue on with the call.
And he was so freaking happy. And I remember once I made trustee, I grew up in county jails in Houston, and they had 5 helicopters at that time. And we go to the launch pad. Once you make trustee,
Keep It Quilted means you keep it the best. 3 layers of plush comfort you can see and feel. Keep It Quilted keeps a mood and puts your
job is to go around and hand out tobacco to poor freaking inmates that have nothing. So it was a good job. We had to run the city. We could do whatever we want as long as we was back by 7. But you could go to bars if you wanted to, as long as you're back by 7. You could go out and deal dope if you want to, as long as you're back by 7. And when you got them old black women and stuff, cook the best meals, best food you ever had in your life. In a county jail, we used to go watch those helicopters take off and stuff. And we loved it. It was awesome. I mean, I was, what you call it, I'm institutionalized from way back. I was raised, all my younger years, I was raised in the county jails.
Like my dad, he calls it institutionalized. I don't know if that's the right word, but that's what he calls it.
It is. It's institutionalized.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. It's easier on the inside than it is on the outside.
Yeah.
But I've been struggling my whole life to not be institutionalized. I don't want to be institutionalized.
Yeah.
And I've been fighting and trying to do right, for so many years. And, people just fight against that. They don't want to see you succeed. They want to see you fail. They're not happy unless they see you fail.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I know it.
And Jeannie has set me up a few times. She set me up a few times. She seen one time I had this beautiful woman in Houston, Texas. And I was in love with her deeply. And she tricked me. She seen that I was in love with this girl. And she made like this. She wanted to be my girlfriend and everything like that. And then once I was like, she tricked me. Share, I swear to you. This is the truth. She knew I was in love with her deeply, and she was jealous of that love. She seen that, and she acted like she wanted to be with me and everything else. And I thought Jeannie was being for real, and I thought it was odd because she was younger than me. Mm-hmm. And I did like Jeannie at the time. I mean, I thought I did, but down the road, she got her cousin Ronnie, or not her cousin, but Ronnie is
cousin through like marriage, right?
Okay, her brother married this woman, and that woman's son, which would be her. I don't know what that would be to her. My brother.
If he talks to me again, he talks to me again. If he doesn't, he doesn't. I'm well aware, and I told him today. I realize by what I'm telling you, you will think I'm evil, but I'm not. That's not what I'm trying to be. I realize you will think I'm evil, like you do everybody else, and my thinking is evil, and I'm a sinner or whatever. And I realize that will be the last of contact. I don't care. I'm like I said, I never set out to do this to protect Don in any way. I gave him a fair chance, and I told him exactly how I feel today. I spelt it out for him why I feel this way, and told him it's probably best he doesn't contact me from here on. But he's continued to contact me. He can't answer simple questions. It's not just your past, Don. You can think I'm evil. I don't care. He was upset because he thinks I'm all friendly with his sisters and trying to help his sister screw him. That's not the case. I haven't helped them with anything like that. Again, the focus, as I told Don, is wrong. He shouldn't be worried about attacking his family. He should be worried about where is Summer, in my opinion. Right? We all know that, but have I kind of handled him with kid gloves up until the last week? Yes, I have. I don't care now. I was fine when I started making reports over a week ago to TBI with losing the contact if it meant that there's answers to bring that little girl home. I'm fine with that. If he doesn't talk to me again, I'm fine. I'm fine with that. Here we go.
Married some woman, so that would be like step something. I don't know. Not a cousin. I think it actually is blood relation, but I don't know what it is. But I know he was very young when she got with him. He was like 12 years old. But when she decided she wanted to be with this 12-year-old boy, she was done with me. And then all this hate started. But I'm telling you the truth. She acted like she loved me. And I was very in love with that girl in Houston, Texas. I loved her with all my heart. But Jeannie played the part that she wanted to be with me, and she ruined that love. And I still remember that woman calling me, and she asked me if I was good. And I said, yeah, I'm good. I never heard from her again. And that's the truth. I'm not lying. I'm telling you the truth. But when she met her, I don't know if it's his cousin or what it would be to her. But I know he was 12, at least, like he was just a little boy. But whatever. But it's okay for the kids to smell the gang or whatever. And I know she went down for charges today.
Yeah.
But that's all right. If they drag me to Utah, I'm going to tell them the whole story.
Mm-hmm. That's what you got to do. But do you think that they have a case, though, after all these years?
No, I don't think so. I don't even think they'll take me back to Utah, but they could. Mm-hmm. But if they do, I mean, if you get a lawyer, you can get any freaking thing.
Mm-hmm. Where would it be in Utah that you would go?
Weaver County, let's see, yeah, Weaver, Ogden, Utah.
Make sure you text me that information so I know where you're at. So I can...
If I'm not locked up, I will. I can't keep their phones anymore. I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
Hey, I've seen, this ain't no kidding though. You know, I've been locked up a long time. You know, I've seen people bring in, well, I used to, not keister, we used to call them keister, but I've seen people bring everything into prison. I mean, everything. From big knives, guns, everything inside the prison. I've seen it all inside the prison. They're scared to death in there. And the biggest fear about being in prison is that you got to kill somebody because you'll never get out of prison.
Mm.
When you have to fight, you can't, you have to. Unless you're, I don't know what the women's facility's like, but it's bad. There's a good chance once you get in there, there's a good chance you're never going to get out.
Yeah.
Oh, hell, fire someone's here.
What?
Someone's in my house. Oh, that's why I said things.
Okay, good. Good.
That's good, yeah.
Scared me.
Yeah.
Do you promise that you're not covering for anybody?
I promise with all my heart, sure. I don't know why people want to believe that shit.
Well, I believe it because I feel like I've gotten to know you pretty well, wouldn't you say?
A little bit, yeah.
I feel like you're not a monster, but I do feel like maybe you would cover for someone you love.
Well, I had all the wrong ideas when I was younger, though, sure. I used to be a monster. I used to think it was normal in my mind, like, hey, man, when I was a kid, I used to think, man, everybody steals, government steals, everybody steals, everybody does wrong. So I thought it was okay for me to steal. No, it's not. I used to do all kinds of shit when I was younger. And I got busted for that. But, since I've looked out to all the commandments, it's against the commandments to steal.
Yeah.
But in my younger mind, I didn't know any better. I don't know.
I think we all get that way.
Well, yeah, we all make mistakes when we're younger. We do. All I know is I've been working my ass off all these years to support my family. Never asked for anybody's help. Trying to raise my beautiful kids. And now everybody's, the public trying to say God done something to my daughter. And all I want to say is, fuck you. That's all I got to say to them. Fuck you. That's all I got to say to the public anymore. I'm done with them.
Yeah.
They don't know the truth from a lie. That's the truth. They don't know the truth from a lie.
Yeah.
They want to believe Chris McDonough, but they don't want to believe the truth. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Me and Benny was talking about that earlier. It's like watching a zombie show, but it's spiritual, not physical, but spiritual. That's the truth. It's the absolute truth. We're watching this big zombie show. This Satan has control over these people. There's very few that know the love of God. Very few. And this is actual zombie show. But in true life, but you can't see it in the physical realm. It's spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the people just would rather believe a lie than the truth. It's crazy. It's true. It's absolutely the craziest thing you've ever seen in your life, but the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And God has said it all along. I mean, the war in heaven, when Satan decided, did you know that Satan was the most beautiful and most talented and gifted angel of all?
I did know that, yeah.
Yeah, he's a rock and roll star.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful in every way and talented in every musical way. And he thought he was better than everybody else. God created him and made him that way. I think God knew what was going to happen. He's seen it coming.
Where's Candace?
Oh, she's asleep.
Oh.
Oh.
Have you been out looking again?
No, we can't even go out and look.
Are they going to let Echo search back, I think?
Motherfuckers want to send it around like, what are you doing in my neck in the woods? This and that. It's all dangerous and shit because motherfuckers in the world want to say that we did something to our own child. They're fucking the world. Oh, man. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be cussing. But hell with I mean, I guess I can't say that.
You can say whatever you want to say. Do you think it's easier to believe in, like, a lie is easier to believe than truth?
Well, it depends on what side of the war you're on. Because it's a war. It's way easier to believe a lie. Most people want to believe a lie because Satan has control over them and their hearts. They have a heart of stone. You just gotta look at the Bible. It's all there. It's crazy, but it's true. It seems like a dream, but it's for reals.
So I want to ask you something. One last time, and I'll believe whatever you tell me. But since Candace is sleeping, you know that she's lied to you before.
Oh yeah, what woman hasn't, or man?
Yeah, but do you really? This is true. Men and women lie, but
It ain't just women, it's men too.
Do you think that her or your mother-in-law was capable of anything and lying to you, Dawn? Like, that's what I'm worried. Like, that's where I'm.
They, of course, they freaking lied, just like I've lied.
But would they hurt Summer and then lie to you?
No.
And you wouldn't cover for them?
I won't cover for nobody, Sharon.
Not even Candace?
I won't even. I'll put it to you like this: I don't even cover for myself.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local recordings are now available on StreamYard. Have you ever done a recording where your guest just had terrible internet?
I'd rather be truthful and go down or whatever and make my peace with God or whatever it takes. I mean, I told her myself with my freaking stepsister, like an idiot. I can't lie. It's not in my nature. I know what? No.
Okay, so I want to say something about that. When he says, you know, I even told on myself about my sister like an idiot. That is common for like high spectrum narcissism. They will tell on themselves just a little so that, you know, people will think, well, they're honest. Look at, they're telling them on something real bad about themselves. Why would anybody do that, right? But they pick like the littlest thing. Yeah, I'll admit to what I did with Jeannie was wrong, but I'm going to deny everything else and attack her at the same time. So, I mean, there's that.
I can't even lie for my damn self. I can lie for anybody else.
Hey, Rachel. Yeah, well, I just want to make sure because that's something that's making me nervous.
Yeah, well, I get that, you know, and I understand your concern, and let me tell you something. I appreciate your love, because I know that you have the kind of love for my daughter like we all do, and I appreciate that. I get it.
Thank you.
Because let me tell you something. I love her with all my heart. I really do. I mean, she's my whole world, and when I had her, I prayed her around like, yeah, this little girl is my girl, and she loves me. You know, now I don't have that. Now everybody's turned against me, the whole world, except for a few. Very, very few. But yeah, hell no. No. I wouldn't take up for nobody. I don't even take up for myself like that. I'd go to do the time. I'd go to do the time and work out my sentence and work it out with God and to lie. But, you know, the thing of it is, I can't lie.
Right.
I can't. I've never been able to lie for myself. I can't lie for nobody else. I'm not sure I'm not going to lie when I tell you that I love my daughter with all my heart. I wouldn't cover for nobody. No way.
Hey, Jennifer.
Just the best, I'm going to tell you something, too. If you're going to commit a crime and you're going to do the time, you know the best way out of prison?
No.
It's through the front door. That means you're not lying. You've done your time. You've done the right thing, and you're going to walk out the front door a free man. It's not like you're trying to escape or lie or whatever and try to run out the back fence. That means you're telling the truth. You've done your time, and you're walking out the front door on parole or whatever. You're done. You're doing what's right. And I learned that a long time ago. You can't hide from the law. You walk out that front door. You know.
Last night, Rachel.
I would never cover. Oh my gosh.
Well, I have to ask you.
Just a thought of what crazy people are so crazy. What is wrong with people? What is wrong with you? Like, oh, I know. Satan. My bad. I should have known that. You can't say nothing to people.
Yeah.
They don't get it. They don't understand because you know why? Because 98.7% of people want to believe a lie before they believe the truth because Satan's got them. The things in their life. This is so crucial. People don't see it. They're zombies. But you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them nothing. It don't make sense to them. Nothing makes sense to them. Truth doesn't make sense to them. Only lies do.
Hey, Rihanna.
That's the only thing they understand.
I wish I could just snap my fingers and bring her home for you.
Don't we all? Don't we all? But only God can do that.
Yeah.
Only God can do that. And God has the power. He's the only one that can do something like that.
Yeah.
I'm walking up my hole, as Chris calls it. Motherfucker. He wants to talk shit about my fucking house. You don't know how long I've been working on this fucking shack. I'd like to see his punk ass get out here and lay a foundation and pour brick and frame the motherfucker in by himself with his kids and all that shit. He ain't never done no shit like that. No, he's got to get out there and lie to motherfuckers to make his money to buy his little precious little trailer and shit.
Well, he partners with Airstream. They pay him.
Really?
Yeah, he advertises that they help sponsor him or something like that. So.
Yeah, I bet he does. He's a cocksucker. That's why he's got a fucking. That's why he's got a fucking can't talk right.
Okay, again, trigger warning. This is his feelings, not mine. Yes, I'm going along with it because that's what I do.
So much dick.
Oh.
How do you think he made the fucking homicide detective? Sorry, did I say that? Oh, my bad.
My bad. Show.
Well, the truth so fucking hurts. It's the truth, though.
I just don't want to see you get in trouble for something. I don't want to see you get in trouble for something
Well,
someone
it's
else
too
did.
late for that. It's too late. I've been in trouble my whole life.
Well, I mean,
But
for
nobody's.
Summer.
Well, you know what? Chris is trying to railroad us for our own daughter's disappearance, which we have nothing to do with. We love our daughter with all our heart. But he wants to lay the blame on us, and he wants to railroad me all he can. That's the nature of Chris. Because he's evil. That's the way he's been doing his whole life.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Well, it ain't your fault, and it's not my fault. So don't be sorry.
Well, I'm sorry that I have to ask you hard questions now, and I know you
They're
hate
not hard
it.
at all. They ain't hard. They ain't hard to figure out. He's done that his whole life. That's what he does.
Are you going to work tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I just can't hardly function anymore.
Well, try and go get some rest, and then call me tomorrow or text me.
Yeah. All I can say, you know what? All the people that they want to believe a lie, you know what? Let them believe a lie. That's fine, because it don't matter what you say to them. It don't matter what you do. It just don't matter to them. You can't say nothing. There's nothing you can say. You can sit there and tell them the plain truth, and they'll be like, "Oh, we have to decipher this. That don't make sense. Oh, this is what it really means." That's how people are today. And if you
Hey guys, and whatever your thoughts are, we have victims and also his sisters, or some of them are in the chat. So please, if you are supporting what Don is saying, please be mindful. You'll get blocked if there's disrespect to his sisters in here, because they're in here listening, but they're not causing problems or anything. They're actually being very kind, even though I've been talking to the brother and giving him a platform where he's been trashing them. Also with Chris McDonough, this is coming out of his mouth. Yes, I'm laughing and going along with it, but if I'm being an asshole to him, he ain't going to talk to me, right? So do we want him to talk? Do we not want him to talk? We all want answers. So please don't go along with what he's saying and bash Chris McDonough in the chat tonight either. I'm playing this for a reason, just to get the call out there to you guys, because I think there's several things in there that are alarming. So I'm going to continue on.
What's that video I sent you? Isaiah, let's see, Amazing Prophecies. Isaiah's, whatever. I don't know if you watched that. You should have. But Isaiah described our time perfectly. He sure did. People would rather believe a lie and call it good, evil, and evil good. And that's where we're at.
Yeah.
That's right where we're sitting. We're in the last days. Make sure you find yourself on the right side. It's so easy just to follow along with evil, and you'll have it all. But, if it's like a few of the proud Marines, well,
Yeah, definitely no worries there.
if you're going to risk your life, if you follow God and you keep His commandments, the whole world's going to.
Amber, this is from last night when he drunk down me.
I guess you. I promise you that. They have been.
Do you think you're going to be the person in the end that gets in trouble for Summer?
Oh, it's very possible, yeah. Oh, yeah. Just Chris the list, and all that stuff, yeah. But you know what? I'll gladly take that fall for my daughter's life, even though I'm not guilty of it. I mean, the only thing is, I want to be here for my boys. My son misses me so bad. He couldn't let me off the phone the other day, and I'm not supposed to talk about my boys. The thing of it is Chris sit there and talk shit about my son. I said that my son has some kind of SA tendencies. I could fucking break his fucking head off for saying that. That's not right. Yeah, that's bullshit. How could he say that to a precious 12-year-old boy like my son? How could he say some shit like that? What is wrong with him? Yeah. What is wrong with him to say? What kind of vendetta does he have against little boys? He's been persecuting them his whole life and sending him to prison. What is wrong with him? I was a kid when this stuff happened with my stupid evil stepsisters. I'm not saying don't get me wrong, Sharon. I was in the wrong, but so was my stepsisters. Okay, it was planned. I mean, oh my gosh, it's bullshit. It's all bullshit. Why is he after me? I was a young kid, and now he's after my son Josie. What the hell is wrong with him? That dude's got some mental issues.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I'll go back and listen. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Was that recently?
Yeah, well, Sissy told me about it. I said, Sissy, I can't watch no more this child. I'm just going to take your word for it. So I could be wrong. I'm not swearing to it, but that's what she told me. But he said that, well, if I have SA problems, then Josie must have SA problems. Does something to his little sister, and so we have to do something to cover it up, blah, blah, blah. How dare him say something about my son like that? A 12-year-old boy. How could he do that? What is wrong with him? That motherfucker's got to be from Utah, because all the Utah motherfuckers are crazy like that. That's all they can talk about in Utah, USP.
Would you cover for your son?
Huh?
Would you cover for your son?
Are you serious?
Well, I'm just
that is really a rude question.
I'm sorry, but would you cover? I asked you, would you cover?
No. Why would I do that? I would just take
I
it
don't
to the
think
law.
he's like 12 or 13, right? So he would.
Well, then, so why would I cover for him?
That's what I'm saying. Would he get in?
I would try to seek him help.
Yeah.
I would try to seek him help. I mean, why would you? That would be ludicrous.
Yeah.
Besides that, Summer will whoop the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
And she has many times.
I had to ask you.
And Josie's the type of personality, I'm going to tell you straight out. Josie's the type of personality, he's a strong little boy. But he would never, ever hurt his little baby sister.
Yeah.
I would sit there and watch him take a pounding from her, like, Summer, stop. He might hit me, and he might take me on, or somebody to his side. But his little sissy, hell no.
Yeah.
For any motherfucker who thinks any difference, all I got to say, and if you're recording this, which I hope you are, F you. F you. My son's got a heart of gold. I'm proud of him. There ain't no way, man. All these people conjecturing all this stuff, they're the evil ones. Or even think of such a thing. They're evil. Because they listen to Satan, they don't listen to God. I think it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Hello, Moto.
I think it's such bullshit, man. All you gotta do is look at all the pictures I posted on Facebook. Pictures tell 1,000 words. But right there it is. So every one of my kids are happy. They're awesome kids, every damn one of them. You know? How dare they judge our family? They need to judge their own families because they come up with some crazy ass stuff. They're the ones evil.
That is.
Come up with all this evil stuff. Oh, shit. They're the ones that need to be looking in the mirror.
Yeah. That is true. Oh my God.
Just look at the pictures I posted. I posted every picture I had in the hopes of finding Summer, and everybody turned it into something evil.
Mm-hmm.
How dare they? How dare they?
People were selling candles with Summer's picture on it?
Yeah. Benny shut that. No, not Benny, but Sissy. No, wait, who was that? A friend of ours shut that down.
Yeah, I threatened her yesterday too. I said all the money better either go to EquiSearch or something, but you need to cease like all.
I wouldn't send shit to EquiSearch because all they are is some glorified searchers that just come out here and party up and they go to the lake and swim. They don't do shit.
Wait,
what have they done? EquiSearch? What have they done? Tell me, what have they done?
Didn't you want them to come back? Aren't they coming back?
Well, yeah, but not when they're trying to benefit off the money. That's all they want is you send them money. That's all they're all about is money. It's like everybody else has come out here. Send me money. Just like all of them. That's all they want. That's all they're here for is the show. Oh, send us money. Well, they stay in fine hotels, drink it up, party, and go to the fucking lake. They ain't done a fucking thing. None of them. Now, don't get me wrong. I know the police, they have got out here and searched, and some of these people like that, but EquiSearch, they're full of shit. They ain't done nothing. The only time we seen them was at one lake and then another lake, and whatever, and blah, blah, blah. They ain't boots on the ground. That's bullshit. Boots on the ground to the fucking bar, maybe.
Oh, shit. I didn't never hear that before.
Well, now you have.
Oh, I have.
Well, yeah, that would be freaking awesome to live the life they got. Brand new, nice homes and everything, and all this bullshit. They're all talk. I'll call them out. I've already called them out once.
Oh, shit. Well, they're coming back, I think, right?
Nah, I doubt that. Not unless the money's right. And what they do with that money, they ain't give a fuck about Summer.
So, okay, because there's rumors going around. I believe they're accepting donations to come back out.
Exactly my point. Accepting donations.
And Ali hasn't, or law enforcement hasn't okayed that yet?
Well, I don't know why they would. They're just here for the party.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Hell, I wouldn't want their asses out here just to party up. What are they doing? They ain't done shit.
Hey, Bubba.
They're just fucking all talk.
Hey, man.
Just like all the rest of them. All of them. I can almost say all of them except for a very few that actually care.
Yeah.
I mean, I can count them on one hand. Everybody else has turned out to be the real monsters. They want to call me a monster. So, be in my shoes, I can show you some freaking predators.
Yeah, your neighbors with them.
Huh?
I said your neighbors.
My neighbors?
Or wherever they are, the lights or whatever.
Oh, the lights? Oof. Well,
do you even think that she's in Tennessee anymore at this point?
I don't know. I don't know where she's at. All I know is they better pray to God I don't get a hold of them. They better pray I don't get a hold of them. Fuck EquiSearch and everybody else. They don't give a fuck. None of them motherfuckers give a fuck. But they better pray I don't get a hold of them.
Right.
I'll tell you that. If I find out, I know where she's at, they better pray.
See, that's what people need to hear from you, Don. That's what people need to hear from you.
Yeah, well, they don't care what I say. They don't care about the truth.
Some people.
It doesn't matter what I say, or you say, or anybody else.
Yeah.
Or they would rather believe a lie.
Yeah.
Like I say, 97.9% or 98.8%. I don't know. Somewhere in there. It's not good, sure. it's getting bad, and more and more people fall away from the church. They just don't care no more. And the more people fall away from the church, the more evil this world becomes. It's getting worse every day. You better pray that you can get your kids involved in the right church, the remnant church.
I wonder if
It's sad.
I need to look at
There is a remnant church. But it's going to get real hard for them. It's going to get bad, and they're going to be persecuted. So if you want to get involved with them, you can expect to be persecuted like I am, and on your way to prison and everything else.
Are you on your way to prison? No.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not. But it might come down eventually to your life. Reals. Are you ready for that? Most people aren't. Most people will turn away from God rather than have their life taken.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to get that bad in the end. Maybe not right now. Maybe God will turn everything around for right now. I think this whole show is just a show of how it's going to be in the end days. It's just a wake-up call. Yeah. And this whole show is just a show. I hope it is. I hope God will return my daughter. But only God can do that because nobody else knows where she's at. Only God does.
Yeah.
The cops don't know. Nobody knows. No YouTuber. Nobody. I don't know. I can't believe it. I've already went down to the lights twice since I talked to him the first night, and he won't answer his door. I went to the meth house.
Okay, the Lights are somewhat neighbors. It's a family who have all been in trouble for kiddie porn and things like that. Yeah, so they do have a past, and I can't remember. Babe, is it Frank or Fred that's registered? I think it's Frank. I don't know. I think he's on the computer. Oh, so watch for hubby's comment because he knows. I think it's Frank is the registered, or they might both be registered. Anyways, they've opened the prison anyways for kiddie porn and stuff, and it happens to be Don's neighbors.
Bust the door in and fight every motherfucker there. When they just opened the door and let me in, I got a good long talk to him. I said, "Don't you fuck with me? Don't you lie to me? Fucking tell me what's up." And he's like, "Man, we don't know. Fucking meth heads ain't gonna call the cops." That's one thing I got going for me if I go to a meth house. I ain't scared. I grew up in the streets of Houston. I've been in Dallas where Benny's at. They used to take me to the drunk tank every night. My wife would start a bunch of shit with me. And I'm like, gosh damn, dude, we got to take you to the drunk tank at least. I'd be sober, taking care of drunks for 12 hours, and they'd fucking throw me out on the street, and I had to find my way home. Like, you motherfuckers. You know how it is. Been to Dallas County Jail a few times, and I was raised in jails, and I fucking loved it. That's the problem. I freaking loved it. That's weird. That's the way I was raised. I used to love the city jail in Houston. I don't know why. Making them old black women cook them big old meals. The best food ever. But yeah, it's crazy, but it's true.
All right, do me a favor, because I gotta go to bed. But do me a favor.
Yeah.
Don't talk to anybody tonight.
Oh, I won't.
Get some rest. But he did. Go to work.
Right.
Figure out what you want to do or say tomorrow. If anything, text me right now when we hang up with what county you'll be in Utah, so I know where to look for you in case anything crazy happens.
You need to get hold of my crazy stepsisters.
Which one? Oh.
All of them. What the fuck?
Well, I don't want to do that.
Pressing charges 40 years later.
We can't do that.
Chris McDonough just don't want nobody talking to him. Just fucking try to sway them and do something else. That's all that is.
Yeah.
Because he's a little bitch.
Don't talk to them, Don. Don't talk to them. Even if they call you or text you, don't reply to them. It's a setup. You know that. Don't talk to them. Okay?
Well, they've already set me up something. I love her with all my heart. I really do. I mean, she's my whole world. And when I have her, we care. I don't know. They can't prove nothing. I mean,
all right, do me a favor. I gotta go to bed, but do me a favor. Don't talk to anybody tonight.
Oh.
Get some rest. Go to work.
Right.
Figure out what you want to do or say tomorrow. If anything, text me right now when we hang up with KT. I don't really. The thing is I knew he was talking to several other people. I just said it to him, just like, don't call your sisters. It's a trap. Like, I'm just really telling him, like, don't freaking bother your stepsisters. Leave them alone. Again, maybe you weren't listening, but I know what I'm doing here. Can't be an asshole to him and have him talk. So people really need to open up their minds a little more if you actually think I'm believing this bullshit. What county you'll be in Utah, so I know where to look for you in case anything crazy happens.
You need to get a hold of my crazy stepsisters.
Which ones? Oh.
All of them. What the fuck?
Well, I don't want to do that.
Pressing charges 40 years later.
We can't do that.
Chris McDonough just don't want nobody talking to him. Just fucking try to sway them and do something else. That's all that is.
Yeah.
Because he's a little bitch.
Don't talk to them, Don. Don't talk to them. Even if they call you or text you, don't reply to them. It's a setup. You know that. Don't talk to them. Okay?
Well, they've already set me up. I don't know. They can't prove nothing. I mean, I don't know. I think my stepsister's only about 3 years difference from me, and they keep saying it's way more than that, but I don't think so. Because I remember when I was a little kid, I wasn't even in school. I was like 4 years old when she was like 1 year old. It's all BS. So, see, my stepsister, my stepmom was my babysitter, and then she became my stepmom.
Yeah, I heard that. And she was married, and your dad was married, and then the babysitter and
Well,
you got together.
them texts I sent you the other night about Russ, Rick, and JR. JR molested my daughter. Okay?
Margie?
Yep. And then Russ pretty much raped my sister when we were kids. And he's maybe a year or two older than me. I knocked him out in the driveway one time. I didn't knock him out, but I knocked him back. And then, and then Rick, Jeannie decided she just wanted to sleep with him one night when she was like 13. And they had their little sexual deal or whatever, and he was like way older. He could be charged.
Is she charging him too?
Oh, they could. They surely could. My sister could charge Russ. Jeannie don't want to admit that she's a little hoe. And JR tried to molest my daughter. And it wasn't that far back. There could be all kind of charges brought up. But, we don't try to do that shit. Like my fucking poor daughter's been raped several times by people.
I gotta stop this a minute. Wow, the way he talks about this shit, he just talks like he's just fucking something normal, and like somebody's like, "How's your day?" Normal. What the fuck? He's like obsessed with this kind of shit. You're welcome, little Deb. You are good, love. Sorry, I had to vent a little bit. That's fucked up. Hey, listen how trigger warning, y'all, for real, because I hadn't heard of this. This is why I wanted to start at the beginning.
She's a little hoe. And JR tried to molest my daughter. And it wasn't that far back. There could be all kind of charges brought up. But, we don't try to do that shit. Like my fucking poor daughter's been raped several times by people. My daughter was raped by my first wife's son. As soon as she turned 18, he raped her on her 18th birthday.
Jesus.
Yeah, because he knew once she turned 18, there wasn't a whole lot she could do about it or whatever. On her 18th fucking birthday. Pretty crazy. Those are the things she do, but she didn't go crying. She don't go crying and for all attention and blah, blah, blah. She dealt with it. I got to give my daughter props on that. I mean, not like to say that, it was right or anything. I'm not trying to say that. Just, I don't know. It hurt her. I couldn't be there. I wasn't there. Nothing I could do about it. And her real mother, just like, well, let's, whatever. But I don't know. Kind of crazy, but it's true. It's true. If anything, I'm going to tell you, Cher, if anything, I am the victim of that step family. My real sister, Heidi, she can't even talk. She can't even be around them because she was hurt so bad because they just left her for nothing. They just abandoned my real sister, just like my dad abandoned me. My step family, they just kind of took over. My stepmom just kind of took over my dad. This ain't no shit. When I was 6 years old, I drove my dad's truck, an 18-wheeler, from LA to Utah. I drove his truck all the time as a little kid. A little kid driving a freaking 18-wheeler, which I didn't mind. I wanted to help my dad. I felt so big. I felt so important. I slept a lot. When we get to our destination, Dad would be so tired from driving, so I could stay awake. But I would unload we was hauling doubles, so I would unload 2 sets of doubles, or 1 set of doubles, which would be 2 trailers, okay? I would unload the sandwiches all night, and I would wake my dad up like, "Dad, but unloaded, pick up another trailers, let's go." And he'd be like, "Holy shit, really?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, let's go." And we go across the Sierra Nevadas. It was dangerous back then. All 2-lane. Now it's like fucking 10-lane. Whatever, But yeah, we got to.
You guys, he has other kids. Please don't say the name. I don't think, maybe it does come up. I think I asked him if it, please don't keep repeating it. But yes, he has more kids from a different marriage before Candace.
Trailer gets on fire. Oh yeah, I remember all of that. Dangerous, but when we go back to Utah, Dad would haul back bags of cross tops, big bags of cross tops. I still tell him about that. I never hauled no damn boat back when it was legal. He He still does it. I remember. Yeah, he'd give me about a couple, 2 or 3 of those just because he'd be lonely, and I'd sit up for hours and talk to him for hours.
Oh.
But and then my stepmom come along, and it was all over after that. It's all over. They just kind of abandoned us kids, and my dad was all about her kids. He would try to impress her by loving her kids, throwing us to the freaking dogs. And it was bad for me. It was bad for me, but it was even worse for my little sisters. It was so bad that my Sonia went back to my mom, to my stepdad that was molesting her, because I was better than freaking being with my dad.
Listen, Don, you know I'm live right now because you're watching. Please stop calling me. Let me finish this. I told you it's a bad idea to contact me until you go to the police and do the right thing. I said I will continue writing you no matter what and give you that human interaction. You have to do the right thing for me to still have contact with you. You're not even answering simple little questions. Whose name is the Subaru under? Because it's not yours and Candace. Here we go with the call.
That's pretty sad. That's the truth.
Yes, he called me twice in a row. Don, stop, please. I've given you all of the fair opportunities out there. Just, you're not being honest. You're not. There's nothing I can do for you when you're not being honest and you want to attack people. And people in the chat are even saying, how many times has he even brought Summer up? It doesn't happen, Don. There's problems, and it's more than just your past. You asked me why. I told you. I laid it out. I wrote you one of the longest texts I've ever written in my life, so I could spell it all out for you. Please listen, because you know with all of the manpower that they've put into this in 3 months, all the money that's been spent, they are going to prosecute you to the fullest extent. So if you are covering for somebody, you need to go and tell the truth yesterday, 3 months ago, please. Now I'm going to finish this call. I know you're upset that I'm showing this. I'm sorry. But in the end, I want your daughter home. Period.
They have dominated. My step family has dominated and fucked my dad over in every way. And my stepmom, my dad would bring home the check, give it to my stepmom, she just handed it out to her kids.
What? Wow.
Yeah. And Jeannie sits there and brags, and McDonough's bragging about how successful Jeannie was raising her kids and blah, blah, blah. She didn't raise her kids. My dad and my stepmother raised her kids while she was out doing whatever she wanted to do. She didn't raise her kids, and neither did Trish. My dad and my stepmom raised Trish. Jeannie didn't. Hell no. Hell to the freaking no. Hell no. Well, that's just the truth. And me, they kept me in and out. I mean, I'm not gonna blame them. I was raised in jails. Every county jail there was across America. That's where I was raised. That's just the truth. I mean, I didn't know no better. I didn't know how to stay out of jail. But anyways, I'll let you go. I don't mean to take up all your time.
No, it's okay. I'm glad you called. And
yeah.
Well, text me where you're going to be in Utah. Where is it called in Utah? Where would you go if they came and got you?
I'll go to Utah. Believe me, if they take me to jail, it'll be vacation.
It'd be vacation. Oh,
you think I care about them people in there? Hell no, man. I'm institutionalized. You think that really bothers me? The only thing that bothers me is my kids are going to be the ones that suffer. That's the fucked up part. Man, I'll go in there and I'll fuck every one of them up, whatever. I don't care. I'll go in there and fucking lay out in the sun every day and work out, eat good food. I don't give a fuck about them people in there. It's not that I'm not the one that hurting my kids. That's where they got it all fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm institutionalized already.
Shit.
So it's my boys that's going to suffer, not me. My daughter's already suffering wherever she is. I hope not. I hope some rich person has her that's taking really good care of her. But it's unlikely, though. Yeah. I don't know who's got her. I wish for God we knew.
Yeah.
Whoever's got her, if I find out, it's not going to be good. I will be going to prison then.
As you should.
And you think I'd fucking hide any motherfucker, my wife or anybody else? Hell no.
No.
I was standing up for my wife because I know she loved her and she would never do anything to hurt my daughter. That's why I'm standing up for my wife.
But you understand why I had to ask you, right?
Well, yeah, I get that because that's the way the world thinks. They all are freaking nuts. And I don't care what you tell them, you ain't gonna change their mind because they're stupid. They're evil. They're stupid as freaking hell. You can't change their mind. No matter what you say, it ain't gonna change their mind. I figured that out already.
Well, go get some rest. Don't talk to a bunch of strangers. You too.
Oh, hell no.
Don't go talk to Denise. Don't go talk to a bunch of people. Just go relax. Go lay down.
I get that. I appreciate you, Sherry. You have a good night, okay?
You too.
Good talking to you. All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. Actually, earlier on in the call, he said, I really wish you were recording it. I mean, I don't care anymore at this point. Since for the last week, I haven't cared. I've been recording everything since I had to start bringing things to law enforcement. So again, if you don't like it, I'm not sure why you're here. You had to subscribe to even chat in here for at least 5 hours. So thank you. If you don't like it, there's lots of other channels, and I can't win. Like Daylon said, if we edit out things, you get pissed. We don't edit whatsoever with this.
still get pissed. Now I want to, instead of making a plea to people who have Summer, I'm going to make a plea to Dawn, and it's going to be actually pretty much what I texted him. Dawn, it is in your best interest to not have contact with me. I will answer your calls. I will text you back. But I am going to be recording calls in case there's something that I feel is important that could help law enforcement find your daughter. And I told you in the text message, and I begged you, if you are covering for somebody, tell it. There's something, if you didn't hurt Summer, you know more. And that's my feelings. And I told you why. I'm not going to lay it all out here, but I spelled it out for you exactly why I felt the things that I feel. It's not just your past. It starts with even the 911 calls between you and your wife don't add up. It starts with you are off by an hour, which, you know, we can see, but it also with different coworkers saying different things. It also is law enforcement isn't doing anything. They're squashing certain rumors, but not squashing any rumors that could clear you and your wife. It's because, well, your wife and your mother-in-law were the last people that we all know as the world to see with your daughter. It is also because I feel like you are too focused on attacking your sisters instead of worrying about your daughter. Even if they're filing charges, whatever they're doing, that shouldn't stop you from being out looking for your daughter. And you're not doing that. And you're not calling law enforcement all the time like I would be. You're just, in my opinion, you two aren't acting right. Even if you are covering for anybody, I feel you know more. I'm doing the best thing and telling you, and I told you guys, and I don't care what anyone says, I told you from day one, do the right thing. I will still give you that human contact. I will write to you. I have JPEGs. I talk to lots of inmates. I will write to you. I will take your phone calls. But I will not do any of those things if you don't do the right thing. I won't. I've given you the platform for 5 weeks now, and you've done nothing but bash your family and try to hurt your sisters. And in that 5 weeks, I've been lashed and bashed myself just for giving you a voice. You told me today that you cared about me just a little, then you will do the right thing and confess. Mr. Share won't even talk to you or accept your friend request because things are not adding up. And 99% of the people know he is pretty reasonable and was even on your defense, but things are not adding up because you're lying, you're playing games, you're worried about $1 million ideas. Do you have anything to say, baby? Because you know he's listening. No comment? I feel like maybe it's heavy enough he will do the right thing, because I'm sorry, again, hearing the fight between you and Candace, Dawn, because I know you're listening, and her being so afraid that I've called the police on you guys, it doesn't make sense, because all I did was have you on a live stream. You were on a live stream answering questions. You can't go to jail for that. So what was the concern that I was turning you in for? What? Candace is worried that you don't talk to me, or that you talk to me and is worried of you talking to people, really doesn't want you to talk to people. Yes, that could be looked at as hella smart, or it can be looked at as she's afraid you're going to slip something when you're drinking and smoking. I don't know. I don't even know what to think anymore. But in my heart, you know more than you're saying, whether you're involved in actions that Hot Summer took or whatever. I believe you know more. Answer me the question. If you're going to text me at all, answer me the question. Just the one question. Whose name is the Subaru in? And remember, I ask questions sometimes that I already know the answers to. Stop attacking your sisters and make this about Summer again. You say no one's had it about Summer. Everyone's just been worried about donations the entire time. Okay, change it then, Dawn. Make it back about Summer. Make it about Summer. I honestly don't even know what else to say. Please go and do the right thing. I don't care if it's your wife, your mother-in-law. I don't care if it was all three of you. If you believe in God like you say you do and like you talk, you know you need to go and do the right thing, or he's not going to accept you, Dawn. You don't try and rush somewhere before TBI gets somewhere for a tip of where your daughter might be. I get people in their head are like, yeah, but you would want TBI to get there first, right? I just feel like everything has been wrong. And I've tried to give you a fair shot. I've been honest with you in my feelings, but it doesn't get anywhere. It just keeps circling back to wanting to attack Jeannie, Mary, and Trish. And I just cannot keep allowing that anymore. I've done it like so many times, and I don't like doing it. And it's not fun for me, and it's not fair to these women. But enough is enough. You have to do the right thing. You have to. If you believe in God and the Bible and he is so cool, like you tell me, you have to go and do the right thing. So I'm pleading to you, Dawn, is to just do the right thing. No matter who you think is involved, go in there because you know more. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm sorry for my evil way of thinking. But it's my gut feeling from the last 5 weeks of talking to you that you know more, or you're protecting somebody, which in the end means you know more. I'm going to repeat, it is in your best interest to not talk to me now with how I feel. Don't call me. Do not text me until after you have done the right thing. You have to do the right thing, Dawn. And I don't care who you're trying to protect. Do the right thing. If you love Summer so much, prove that. Be her hero and bring her home. And with that, you guys, I'm going to end it. Do you have anything to say?
No, I'm good.
He's done with it. He's like over it. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Share around. I don't care. Haters are going to use it anyway. But Mary, Trish, Jeannie, I'm sorry for the triggering call. But like I said, I mean, that's not necessarily the parts that are important out there, but I think there's little things in that are like, whoa, what the heck? So again, Don, just in that phone call, that's what made me text you that today. I'm like, please go do the right thing. I feel like that call, you sounded like things are weighing heavy on you and you are scared and nervous, but you're not just normal Don Wells going to prison now. Like you're mad popular all over the world now. So you're going to be treated different. You're going to be famous in prison. I don't think you should be scared of it. You're going to be a little more protected than just being Don Wells. And I say this, you guys, because I know that's like what he's confided in me of being like afraid of at times, even in this call. You kind of get the vibe he's like afraid to go back to prison. So with that, Don, please, I'm begging you, you can be the one that, brings your daughter home. And it's been 3 months now. So it's time to bring Summer home. And to the people who don't understand what I'm doing, I'm sorry, just don't watch my shit then. The people that do understand, thanks for listening and share it around. Yes, this is going to TBI, of course. I mean, whether it has useful things in there, I don't know, maybe not. But that's not for me to decide. Like I said, I'm not a judge, I'm not a detective, I'm not anything. I'm just a human talking to him. And to all the mods, you guys are awesome. Love you guys. And members, thank you. I think I'm at like 187 members as of tonight, or 188. So thank you, and I will.
Okay, that's all of that one. Cher is great. I don't know why she gets so much hate. I really don't, because she's pretty fucking open and honest, and Dawn keeps coming back. It's not. She's got more information, I believe, out of them than anybody. Honestly, she's good at what she does. Have a good dinner, Patty. Love you. All right, I got the next one. I'm going on these in order, so this is in order how she done them.
Hey, hello everybody.
Hello.
Let's see here. There we go.
Oh, we are really, really big.
We're gonna have our cameras on to start, but first I want to thank the mods, and we have a
Jay,
new mod
pretty.
here,
Look at
Shell.
her. She is so pretty.
So welcome. And Hubby is going to be watching because I also want the mods to allow respectfully different opinions and questions. Jennifer is willing to answer some hard questions tonight, which I love. She said nothing is off limits, so I love that. Hey, Shell. But we're
High Priestess, that is J is for Justice.
I've seen something like nice comments or just comments that don't make any sense to me why they're being deleted. So Bobby's going to be watching for that tonight, because everyone who I have wrenched, I really, really like you guys, and I gave you wrench for a reason. So just be mindful of what you're deleting, please. Crystal, welcome. Thank you. Okay, and also, I feel like this is a controversial live tonight with two very controversial people in the true crime world. So please don't allow, if people are coming in here to be nasty towards my guests and my friend, they need to be blocked right away. Don't come in here just being straight up nasty. That obviously is okay to block you guys. So
High Priestess, I think Molly Golightly is the one that made fun of Shanann Watts.
Okay, so first we'll introduce us on you and the J is for Justice podcast and how that came about for you.
Well, it started back in 2018 with the Watts case. I started.
High Priestess, this is J is for Justice. I don't think she's ever shamed Shanann or made fun of her. I know Lana did too. Lana, whatever. She made fun of them, and Molly Golightly did. I like Jay. Me and Jay, we haven't talked in a while, but we're friends outside of YouTube. We rode through a hurricane together the first year I was here. We was texting and stuff the whole time. Jay is the very first time I went on a panel ever was to take up for Jay. Yelena, where she made fun of the kids and everything. Yep. But her and Jay was friends. They was friends, but that all come out. You know what I mean? because this was a long time ago. I don't like Lana either. No, this is Jay here. Jay's awesome. I love her. She's beautiful inside out. And she's good at what she does. But me and Cher have a closer relationship with her, and other people want to talk about her too, but she's a good one. She's a good one, in my opinion.
Started a podcast with another creator. Back then we had a Facebook group, and it was kind of my idea to start a podcast. So we did. And it was short-lived. It lasted about 2.5 months. And then I started my own YouTube channel.
Thank you. And guys, we're not going to watch, Jennifer and I spoke before. We're not watching the chat till after. So if you're asking questions right now, that's going to be after the interview part. So yeah, we're not going to be distracted with that. Okay.
It can be a little distracting.
There we go. Okay. So would that be the case then that got you? No.
Onto YouTube, yeah.
Onto YouTube. Okay. So let's go with what is the first true crime case that got you really passionate and into true crime?
Well, that's kind of a tricky question, because when I was young, I heard about the Adam Walsh case, and that was kind of what intrigued me from when I was a little kid. And then I always watched Unsolved Mysteries with my sister.
Me too.
So that would be the very beginning. But I would say as an adult, the Oklahoma City bombing was the first big case that I paid attention to, and paid attention to everything.
Have you covered that on your channel?
A little bit. I did a video on it, but I haven't done extensively. I am in contact with a producer that made a documentary on that, on the Oklahoma City bombing. And we want to do a podcast together, but it's just getting it all together. COVID happened, and he actually lives by me, so he's not far, but we just haven't done it yet. But it's something I want to do with him, because he has a storage unit in Oklahoma still with tons of evidence from when he did his documentary. So
that'd be a good one to get into for sure.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's a lot of ins and outs of that case. God, I look like crap. Cher said we weren't going on camera, so
I know. Okay, we don't have to now. We just wanted to say hi at least. We can turn them off.
It's
now.
really me.
Okay. I'm gonna mix it. I know you know the list of questions, but I want to mix it up.
You're gonna mix them up on me, aren't you?
Oh.
Well, I want to thank you for having me on. I think this is really cool. And
I have to come. I have to leave for a minute and come back in because you sound robotic again. 1 second.
Oh my goodness. Do I sound robotic to the chat? Let me see. People wants to see you. Should we go back on camera? Ugh. You guys are too nice.
Oh, it sounds robotic. Oh well, it'll go over in a minute. Okay. People are calling me when I'm live.
Oh yeah, that always cuts off your audio. It does for me.
Okay, so you really started your channel basically off of Chris Watts' case, then?
I did.
Okay.
So November 2018 was when I started my own YouTube.
2018. I feel like a lot of the people came around. I was 2019, like when I actually started making videos. Yeah.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that came the second round of Watts followers that saw Netflix and then heard about the case that way. So I've kind of watched 2 waves of Watts craziness make its way through YouTube over the past 3 years. It's been a little crazy.
Oh, they're telling us to turn our camera back on.
I know. Jeez, oh, Pete's Cher. I'm really taking one for the team tonight, girl.
You are.
There we are. Ugh.
You are gorgeous.
Oh, okay. So anyways, I'm over it. I am what I am, and it is what it is.
Okay, so well, since we're speaking about Watson, that's kind of when I came across your channel, and well, particularly the big leak phone call with Anna, Mark Gillespie, Chris Watts, and all of that. So
yeah. You want to know the story behind that, or?
Yeah. Okay. Well, first
I can give you the rundown of how it came down.
I'll tell you what I was told, and what many others believed, or used to believe anyway, was that basically you had arranged all that. It was supposed to be private. You were recording everybody against their knowledge and will, and then decided later when Chris Watts didn't want to work with you or do your podcast, that's when you were going to release it all, and to kind of help spite, another creator and channel. So that's
No,
the side we all know and have believed.
so wrong. It's so wrong in so many ways.
Yeah. So now let's hear your.
Okay, so back in August of 2020, I was hit up randomly by a woman named Wendy who works with Mark Gillespie. And she called me, and yes, I did record her call because I didn't know who she was and I didn't know what she wanted. She was telling me that she wanted me to do a podcast with this Mark. I didn't know who he was. She gave me his credentials, his website. I looked at all that. I thought he was on the up and up. I was very, careful when I spoke to him. I would have never, ever recorded a call without his knowledge. Okay. Because at the time, you have to understand, I was told he was this FBI, ex FBI. He was a private eye. He was this, that, the other. I mean, you look at his website, you look at his credentials, you tell me you'd record him without his knowledge. I wouldn't, and I didn't. So what happened was I got hit up by her. She started talking about all these things we could do. And I was interested. I liked his credentials. I wanted to hear about, the forensic side of things. And that was the first thing I asked him to do, was to come on my show and go over the forensics of the Watts case and then also of the Vallow case, because we had just gotten the autopsy back on Joe Ryan. So that was what we were talking about. Then Wendy came up with this big idea to have a 24-hour Watts live at the anniversary. And it sounded like a great idea. She told me they had all of these professionals from different fields. They had forensics, they had interrogators, you name it. They could go through every piece of discovery, and go through it. So we thought, this is going to be awesome. We're going to do this for 24 hours and we're going to have all of these experts on. So we actually we got on a Zoom to discuss that. And they had me set up the Zoom meeting because they didn't know how to do it, they said. So I set it up. We all got on. Within 10 minutes, Mark's phone rang. Now, we're all on camera with each other because he said, I don't like talking to a cardboard cutout. So I was on camera, even though I wasn't prepared, just like today, but I looked a little bit worse. It was like embarrassing as hell, but I had to be on camera because this guy wanted to see me. And that was what I did. So the first call comes in. Wait, let me back up how Anna even got in touch with them. Okay. So after Wendy had talked to me about doing all of these things, I reached out to Anna because I was friends with her on Facebook. So I reached out to her. I said, hey, this is what we're doing. This PI guy hit me up. They want to do this live. We are going to go over the discovery. Is there anything, because at the time she was Chris's girlfriend. So I said, is there anything that you and Chris would want these experts to take a look at? Fair enough, right? So she says, oh my God, we've been praying for this. I said, praying for what? What are you talking about? She says, help. Chris wants to fight this. He wants to fight this. So I said, okay, I'll hook you up with her. She's like, can I get her number? I said, absolutely. Gave her the number. She says, the only thing is I don't want to be recorded. So I told Wendy, she don't want to be recorded. This is the deal. She's like, I won't. I usually record everything. I won't for her. Cool. Great. They talked. I never got an update. After they talked to Anna, never got an update on shit. So I set up the Zoom meeting because they didn't quote know how. We get on the call. First call comes in. It's Anna with Chris on three-way, right? So I'm like, holy shit. Because he answers it right on speaker. He's got his cell phone right here. And he's right in front of the camera. He answers it. It's on speaker. So I listened to the first 15 minutes because each call, as you know, is 15 minutes. Then you're cut off. First 15 minutes was basically Mark asking Anna, are you in love with Chris? I need to know your relationship with Chris before I move forward with you. She says, yes. I hear all of this. Did I tell anybody? No, I didn't. And that first call was not recorded. Okay. So that first call goes through. They get to know each other a little bit. Then he gets cut off. So then Anna says, Chris gets cut off. Oh, he got cut off. If he calls me back, I'll call you back again. Well, 10 minutes later, here comes.
Okay, y'all, I'm not going to play this because this one isn't about Summer. Nothing against Jay or nothing, but this is something else. Because I was going in order and I didn't know what this was. So we're going to switch it.
I hear the voices inside my head, the voices behind the wall, uplifting the underdog, we fighting above the law.
There we go. Okay. No, it's not just you guys. It wasn't letting me add myself to the stream. Hey, Miss Wednesday. Hey, Mr. Positive. Hey, Julie. Hey, Sam I Am. Hey, Donna. Hey, Mary. Hey, Brandolyn. Julie. Hey, Shell. Hello, Frockby. Hey, everyone. Hey, Dalen. Hey, Holly. Hey, Juby. Okay, hey, everyone. I'll give it a minute here. All right, I've got to mute for 1 second because I'm trying to pull up. I got about half of, Critical K's call from Grandma's friend, who is, well, Benny actually figured it out who it is, and there's no mistake in the voice for Sherry. So that's who it is. And I'm going to try and pull this up because Mr. Sherry's not here right now. So I got to try and figure this out. So just give me a minute here while I pull it up so I can play it for you guys and kind of go through, what Don's thoughts and opinions were as well as mine on it. Give me 1 minute, guys. Okay, I think I've got it. 1 minute here. Does the first name start with S? No. Critical K is. Oh yeah, the first name. Yeah, it's Sherry. Like no mistake in it. Some of you know her voice. Hey Carla. Hey Miss Wednesday. Everybody. Daylin. Everla. Sam I Am. Donna. Hey everybody. All right, just 1 more minute, guys. I think I figured it out here. Sorry, I've never actually tried to do this on my own yet. Thank you, Kay. And you shouldn't. I think we all, meanwhile, people's emotions are just running high. I think we all want the same thing in the end. We all want answers. We all want summer home. So we just all have different ways of going about it, I guess. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, guys, so we're gonna try this here. Forgive me. Okay, so we're gonna kind of go through this. I did have to. I sped it up because it's like 44 minutes of just bullshit, really. So, I have it on high speed, and that way, I know she tried to strike people. I know she tried to strike Benny, and YouTube said, "Sorry, your copyright strike doesn't work for this. It's allowed to be played on YouTube." So I did kind of speed it up anyway to mess with it a little because that's what she was claiming. They didn't even mess with it at all. It's my content, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to see if I can get it up here and go through it. I'm sure all of you have heard it, but.
Want to be completely anonymous. We're not using any names here. I don't know who you are. You called me from an unknown number. So I don't know who you are. You're a complete stranger to me. However, you have been talking to Grandma Candace for quite some time now.
Yes.
Okay. And I guess you gained her trust, right?
Yes.
And this past Wednesday night, she said to you, I should have said something when it happened. And she told you she wanted to get something off her chest, right?
Yes. We FaceTimed that night.
You FaceTimed that night. And she blocked you sometime after the FaceTime, right?
Yes. Sometime between 10:30 about we talked at 10:39, sometime between 10 and 12 o'clock. I got ready to tell her good night. I was about to.
Okay. So walk me through what she told you, and then we'll sort of backtrack and we'll go into some of the things that she said prior to Wednesday night's confession. She told you how the day, so walk me through it. How did the day begin? What did she say?
She said that she had an appointment at the doctor's office, which is over by the hospital or in the hospital. She went over there when Candace was taking her. Candace and Summer was going to take her to the hospital for a doctor's appointment that morning. Well, that was over there. She went in. Her mom, Candace walked in with her mom to the hospital. Okay, then of course she had to wait. So Candace went back out. Her mom was assuming she was in the truck in the parking lot. But Hunter called her while she was sitting in the parking lot and asked her what she was doing. Hunter didn't know she was in town. So she told Hunter where she was at. Well, since it was taking so long for Grandma to be at the doctor's, Hunter wanted to go with her. Asked her if she would come pick him up. Well, they went and picked her up. Kind of picked Hunter up. I'm a little bit nervous, but went and picked Hunter up and went back to the hospital. At that time, Grandma was done because Grandma called and told her that she was done. So they went and picked up Grandma. Well, Grandma had to get some medicine. So they dropped the medicine off her, the prescription off, and it's going to take a while. So it was hot out. So when Candace said, well, I'll just take her down here and let her swim for a little bit until the medicine's done. At that lake, which, wherever they went swimming at the pond or swimming hole. Okay. After that, she swam and I asked her, Grandma said, well, did Summer hit her head or anything on these rocks? I said, I heard people saying that. She said, no, Summer did not hit her head at all. I said, oh, okay. So she said, after they swam and everything, she said they got back in the truck, her, Candace, Hunter, and Summer. Well, Summer was cold, so she put on that outfit that she had in the truck for her. All right. Summer said she was not feeling good. So she read over where there was a bottle of orange pop or something in the truck. Summer read over and took her drink. Grandma got out there and said, no, Summer, don't drink that. That's been in here for a while. Well, she put it back down. Okay. Then Grandma gave her a little bottle of water, one of mini water, she said. Okay. And Summer kept saying she did not feel good. And she fell asleep. The milk was sitting there. And I guess she just fell over on the milk, Grandma said. And then they took, well, in the meantime, they stopped in stores and got cigarettes and whatever they was drinking. And done that stuff. Okay. That's where they got to the pond or the lake. All right. Then they dropped Hunter off. Well, that big lady, I call her, I can say that big lady, Hunter's mom. She said on TV, I heard her say that she went out to the truck and said that she wanted to see Summer. Well, she didn't. According to Grandma, that lady did not come out to that truck. Okay, that they dropped Hunter off. They went home. Back to where they lived. All right. Then Grandma thinks that Candace talked to Don at that lake. She don't know for sure because she was on the phone taking pictures and her mouth was moving. She don't know if she's talking to Summer or talking to Don. Now she thinks she's talking to Don because when they got home, she dropped Grandma off. Grandma went in her trailer because she's tired and her knee was hurting. Went in her trailer to lay down. Candace did not fix nothing on her leg. They got her at the hospital. She just went in and laid down because she was tired. Okay. Candace said that she was going to go meet Don because they was going to see if Summer was to take Summer to the hospital. She's bad enough to take Summer to the hospital. When Grandma went in and laid down, Candace used her truck, and Summer was still in the truck. Summer did not get out of the truck at the house. So she took off in the truck, and this is around 3:30 or going to, she said she don't know if it's close to 4. She knows it's around 3:30 because they got home a little after 3. And Candace had the boys take the milk in the house. All right? And what little bit of brushes they got. Okay. Candace took that out. Said she was going to go meet Don to see if, she was bad enough to take to the hospital. Because, Don's got to prove of everything.
Right.
So,
right.
Well, she did say it. And it's in them texts too. That Don's got to prove. Everything anybody does, Don's got to prove it. But, so she met, I guess she met Don. Grandma was saying she met Don to see if, they was going to take her to the hospital. Well, that was the last time the Grandma seen Summer. Was when her daughter left the driveway on her way to meet Don to take Summer to the hospital. Man, what else?
So Candace comes back at 5:30.
Oh, yeah, Candace comes back around, she said 5:30. She thinks it's around 5:30. She was still laid down. She did not see Candace get on the truck, so she don't know if Candace and Summer was there or not. She did not see her. Because when she pulls up, the truck door is facing her daughter's house, so she could not see, if Summer was there or not. Because Summer was too short anyway. But she did not see them get out of the truck. So she just went on in the house, I guess. Her daughter went on in the house. Okay. The next day, she was still laying there. She dozed off, she said. She was still laying there. Okay. The next thing she knows,
Her daughter's coming out here screaming, I can't find Summer, I can't find Summer. Mm-hmm. And Don was not there. No, Don was not there at that time. Don did not come, and she said that she called, her daughter called Don to tell Don that Summer's missing, which you probably already knew it anyway. But anyway, she called Don. Instead of calling 911 first, she said, well, called Don to see what Don was, but you got to prove it, remember. So Don said Don told Candace to call 911. She don't know why Don, if he did, call 911. He said he did, but Grandma said she don't know if he did or not. But Candace called 911 and said she was gone. When Don showed up a little bit after that. And did Grandma Candace elaborate on Summer's symptoms at all? Did she just said she didn't feel good and was sleepy? She said she did not feel good and she was sleepy. She just wanted, and she thought she was just sleeping because of swimming. And said she went to sleep and she was the one who took that picture. Grandma was. Grandma's the one that took the picture. Okay. Yeah, and they just assumed how you fall asleep and fall over. That's what they thought happened. Because the milk was sitting there. But did Grandma Candace say when Summer was swimming, she seemed fine? She didn't seem sick or anything? Oh no, she didn't seem sick at all. She said she was out there herself, jumping around. She didn't get sick until she got out of the swimming hole and got in the truck? That's when she got tired sleeping. Grandma said when they got in the truck, Summer was thirsty. She right there and got that orange pop was sitting in the truck or laying in the truck or whatever. She took a drink of it. Grandma turned around and yelled at her and told her, no, Summer, don't drink that. It's been here for a couple of days. Okay? I guess Summer put the lid on and threw it back over there. Grandma gave her one of those meaty waters she said to drink. And Summer was sick. So you got Summer didn't get sick, so she drank that orange pop. And you said that Grandma Candace speculated to you that Don, and I wrote it down because I think it's really significant that Don told her to call 911, and then Don probably told her what they needed to do to cover up whatever happened. Yes, that's what Grandma said, and she said that. I wrote it down, so let me see what it was. She said she should. She should have said. She should have said something when it happened. She said to you that she should have said something, meaning she should have given this version to the police? Yeah, she told, I guess, the police or whoever when it happened. Why didn't she? Did she say? I don't know. She didn't say why she didn't. Grandma Candace also said to you that Don was keeping Candace away from the public because he's afraid she's going to say something more than she should. I asked her one in text. I said, where's your daughter? Why don't she come out there anymore? I said, she'll never come out there. I said, last time I seen her, she looked so sad. She said that Don would not let her come out and say nothing because he's afraid that she's going to F up. And Grandma also said that he's in total control and that he's told. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. He's in control. Everybody's got to get approved from Don when they do anything. And that he's told a lot of lies. Yeah, that's all he does is lie. And she's afraid that he's going to somehow try to pin this on Candace. Yeah, that's in the text too. Let me find the text again. Yeah, he said he was afraid that Don. She's afraid that Don is going to blame Candace somehow. Yeah. Blame. But Grandma Candace also said she thinks the plan was to have Candace call Don and claim, "Oh my God, Summer's missing." Yes, and then this is what Grandma thinks. Grandma thinks that they talked, and they knew that I don't know that something's wrong with Summer, but they was going to try to get rid of Summer. She thinks that Candace and Don talked on the phone about it, and that's the reason why she left as soon as she got Grandma home. And Grandma thinks that Candace and Don were talking while they were at the swimming hole. Yes, because she don't know if she was talking or if she was talking to, because she had the phone there. Well, we know she's taking pictures, but she don't know if she was talking to anybody or not. And you also said that Hunter had to have known that Summer wasn't feeling well because Summer said it. Summer said it in the truck, right? Right. Hunter knew that she wasn't feeling good, and Hunter should have known that Grandma yelled at her for that pop, drinking that orange pop and stuff, but he didn't say nothing about that. Okay, here's that text. She said, I know. I said, oh, well, I ain't going to be watching it. I told her, I wouldn't say nothing. I know, but he makes her do this dumb shit. I think he's trying to get her in trouble with the law with Summer going missing. Thank you for not saying anything about me. That's the way the text was. Uh-huh. I'm just reading my notes here. I'm sorry. And for clarification, this is Grandma Candace's truck, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. And the way she parks her truck in front of her camper is at the door side. She said it's facing the house, so she wouldn't see nobody if she was even at the door going in the house.
Oh, now I know where I wanted to go. I want to go into Summer's symptoms because I think that that's really important. She told you that Summer was cold. She had the chills.
Yeah, she came out already, and she said she was not feeling good, that she was cold.
So she was cold, and Candace happened to have a warmer outfit.
Yes, an outfit. She said that Summer was going to wear that to school, but she never took it out of the truck yet. So she went ahead and put that outfit on her because she was cold.
And so they get back in the truck. Summer states she's not feeling well. She takes a drink of a very old, some substance in an orange pop bottle.
Yes.
And was she shivering? Did Grandma?
Grandma didn't say nothing about that.
She didn't say anything about that.
She was cold and said she was sick.
And Summer eventually sort of keels over onto the milk jugs.
Yeah, that's what Grandma said. Grandma said when she fell asleep, she just fell over on the milk jugs.
And Grandma never again saw her after that.
When they dropped Grandma off, when Candace dropped Grandma off, her daughter Candace and Summer was in the truck. She told Grandma she had to go meet Don to see if Don wants to take her to the hospital. Mm-hmm. That's the last time she ever seen Summer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So let's get back. Let's circle back around. So she told you that this has been eating her alive, and she needed to tell someone.
She wanted to get off her chest. It's been bothering her. She had nobody that she could trust to talk to. But that's why she got me and made me mad because I didn't do nothing to her. So I told her she could trust me. I know I lied, but I don't mean it. But I wanted to know what Summer was. I did lie and told her she could trust me and everything, and I did talk to her for my trying to get her trust so that she tell whatever to Summer.
Let me take you back to Wednesday night. Do you think she was being honest with you?
Well, from the way that people is, I don't know because she was crying and upset. And the way she seemed on his FaceTime, to me it seemed real, the way she acted.
Why hasn't she told this version to the police? Is she afraid of Don and Candace?
She's afraid of Don because she said that Don might sell her stuff or get rid of her camper and stuff, and she needs that place she got to live is that camper. And I've asked about the other one. When she talked to that other woman, she said, that was not me. Somebody hacked my Facebook. And I'm thinking to myself, you can probably say the same thing about me if I say anything. But nobody hacked your Facebook, honey.
No. Yeah, no, nobody's hacked her Facebook. So promptly after telling you this, you go back, you had FaceTimed her, you went back to text her, and she had blocked you.
Right, because I text her every night since we've been talking. We text every night and every morning, say good morning, and I was going to tell her good night, take care, and all that stuff, and I'll chat with her in the morning.
I mean, and obviously you feel that this is all very, this is kind of a big deal because these claims about going to the hospital and transferring Summer from Candace to Don, or the two of them meeting, and we have a 2-hour window now a 2-hour plus window, because if Candace handed Summer off to Don and then Don did whatever, I guess I need to know when Don eventually showed back up. Do we know that? When did he show back up to the house?
He showed up, okay. Whenever Candace called 911.
So
and she already called Don. Okay, Don, was on his way home. Well, whatever. There was a police car there in the driveway. I think she's in the driveway. When Don showed up, there was only one police car.
And see, so that's significant because time frames and timelines are very important. So are we talking, we're only talking maybe 2.5 hours then from when Candace dropped Grandma Candace off and went and met Don with a sleeping, potentially passed out Summer. Sick Summer, passed out. The milk jugs are gone by now, though, because the boys have gotten the milk jugs, and the boys took the milk jugs into the house.
Right.
Did Grandma Candace tell you what Summer did when they took the milk jugs away? Did she move? Did she wake up? Was she limp? Did she say?
Yeah, because when they dropped Grandma off, Grandma went on in the trailer, said she was tired.
She was laying down. That's right. But have the boys ever said what Summer's condition was?
She really didn't say much about the boys, except, she hoped Candace gets the boys back, and they had to go to CPS thirsty for a portrait for the boys. She really never talked about the boys, except that she hopes Candace gets them back. She said, she needs to get away from Don so she can get her boys back. I said they had a court hearing with CPS thirsty.
They had, okay. And because this is important, I want to go back to this. Grandma Candace thinks that Don is trying to get Candace in trouble for whatever happened. She feels like she can see him doing that, throwing Candace under the bus for whatever happened to Summer, right?
Right, because in her text, she said, I know that he makes her do this dumb shit. I think he's trying to get her in trouble with the mom for Summer.
And I asked you if Grandma had ever said to you whether Candace takes any substances, and
Go ahead,
she said what? Grandma Candace said what?
Oh, I'm just going to answer if you get done.
Did Grandma Candace ever tell you if Candace ever used any substances?
She told me she used to be on meth. She said she heard that phone call that her daughter made to somebody and said her daughter's on meth stuff, so she thinks she's back on meth. Now, I don't know if that's what she said. I think Don, wait, let me rephrase it. I think Don's got her back on meth.
Well, I mean, it's understandable. Grandma Candace, this is her daughter. She loves her daughter, and you.
All right. So the rest of that call is just, it's all hearsay bullshit, really. But it just goes on to basically everything that we've already heard on basically everyone's channel. And no, I do not believe any of that, because why would Grandma, if she doesn't want her daughter to take the fall or get in trouble, she's literally incriminating her daughter. Also, I want to remind people that this family thinks pranks and shit are funny. So while I don't believe in her Facebook pages being hacked and everything, do I think it's possible either Dawn or Candace could get onto her Facebook? Maybe. I don't know. And I say that because I don't know. We see they think pranks are funny. I do know and have seen for myself that Grandma does talk to some people on Facebook Messenger. So maybe she is talking, but she definitely incriminated her daughter in that then as well. And the part where whoever this is, if it's Sherry or not Sherry, whoever it is, says Candace isn't allowed to go anywhere or be in public, and she can't talk because Dawn is afraid that she's going to fuck something up and say something. I can tell you guys 1,000% that's not fucking true. I know that Candace goes where she wants, when she wants. In fact, she's at the prayer circles 99% of the time without Dawn being there, because Dawn's usually at work. So no, I don't believe that's true. Plus, I know that there's times where we all know Candace didn't want him talking to me. So there's times where she would leave, go wherever, and he would get on the phone with me and to record, and then she would come home and start cussing him out and everything. So again, she's leaving on her own free will. I just don't see that. When people say that, I have witnessed and experienced for over a month now something completely different than he is that controlling of her. I just haven't witnessed that really yet. I think Candace would whoop his ass, honestly, but that's just my opinion. Emma Can Crime Stories Obsessed has leaked some photos of DNC throwing Summer down a well in Rogersville. What? No, because that should have gone to TBI immediately instead of on YouTube then. You know what I'm saying? Now, Friday I did a show and it was interviewing Jay for Justice podcast. It wasn't Summer Wells related, and Dawn was not impressed with me for using my platform to not talk about him and the lies. So he was calling in and texting during that live stream actually with Jay for Justice, because he really wanted me to go after Trish for her evil lies and stuff like that, and was upset. So then I was like, well, hold on a minute. This is not Dawn's channel. This is my channel. This isn't even a Summer Wells channel. You know what I'm saying? But when I deep dive into a case, I really spend all my time and focus onto one case at a time. So that's why for however long it's been that. And before that, it was all Watts, because I focus my time and energy to one case at a time so I can dig as deep as possible, if that makes sense. And then when I feel like there's nothing more I can do or to it, for me, myself, I move on to another case. Thank you. So I then took Saturday and Sunday away. I had a show scheduled yesterday and was like, no, I just didn't really want to do it. And there was a lot of stuff going on, Don kind of freaking out a little over the weekend because EquiSearch was there. So I think he was anxious and I know EquiSearch got there like Thursday, and by Friday, like mid-morning, Don was texting and saying like, I just saw Dave Radar, and he wasn't really impressed even on Friday, but ever since that, it's like, in my opinion, I saw him more anxious throughout the entire weekend. So I wanted to hold off because while EquiSearch was there, like yesterday, I know he had gone out searching, Don said. So I'm not sure if he was out with EquiSearch or just kind of on his own yesterday, or how that was going about. But yeah, he was anxious all weekend, and then a little upset that I did a show that wasn't about, the wellness stuff. So I just had to take a little breather. So yeah, EquiSearch was there on, they got there like Thursday, I think, evening. And Duty Ron's going on, I think, in about 2 hours from now, and Dave Radar is going to be on there. So they'll tell, I guess, a little bit what they can tell. But yeah, Dave Radar, from what Don had said, Dave Radar had knocked on his door. So I guess they went there from the sounds of it. And then Don had told me, he had just knocked on my door. And then since then he was like, I guess, they weren't too thrilled about the phone call that I played on the live stream a few days before they got there. And I was like, well, no, would you be thrilled about that? So now Don is at a point where he's thankful for EquiSearch and thinks that they do a good job. And he wanted to make that known and to thank them for their hard work in searching as well now. So I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, he was out searching yesterday. And I believe they stayed till dark yesterday, EquiSearch searching. Yeah, and that's just my opinion, not like freaking out. I could tell that he was very, very anxious that they were there. Definitely, very much so. Saturday night, was it Saturday? Yeah, the night before last night. So Saturday night, I woke up on Sunday morning at like 7 in the morning, and I had 7 missed calls from midnight on from Don. So I don't know what was going on, and he had gotten a hold of Benny or whatnot. So he was definitely anxious. I don't know if, hey, much love to you too. I've seen parents get upset with searchers and cops when their kids are missing. I actually have. I watched some stuff back, and I have seen where some families get pissed off at the searchers and stuff because I guess, I mean, we're not in those shoes. I guess we can't really say, but I have seen it where they do get angry, and the parents have been innocent involved in it. I think that their hopes are just so high that they get angry when they're turning up nothing, I think, is what it is. Are there search teams looking for her regularly? So no, not regularly. In fact, yeah, he sounded good earlier today. Yeah, he told me he was praying all day today. Stop calling her husband because she's tired of dealing with you. Well, that's awesome. Clearly, you don't know the truth of what's going on. So I'm just going to keep doing me. She says that until she really wants me to put something out and make sure people know that her mom's not really talking to anybody. So there's that. Thank you, Dolly. Do you all know about Don's statement on Benny's live 15 minutes ago? Yes. Yeah. Chris said Don tried. He did. He did. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? He absolutely did. He texted me and told me, McDumbass won't answer his phone. Ha 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 ha. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing, sir? But yeah, he was pretty upset with me for not going against Trish and her lies. He actually asked me, why do I let Trish lie? And I'm like, Don,
I don't control her. I don't even know her. Like I don't tell her what to say. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't make her say the things she's saying. So I don't know if, yeah, I don't even know. I'm not sure, Donna. Did Don tell you if he showered with Summer? I did not ask that. I didn't ask him that. Do we need anything else from Walmart? Ketchup, babe. And always Pepsi. Yay, finally, you'll be home soon. What did he say? What did he say in Benny's channel? It's really the same, the same stuff. He wants the focus to be back on like the people he is certain kidnapped, that she was kidnapped, and he wants the focus back on that, not on the essay. Yeah, if you go and check it out, I mean, it's really the same stuff he's been regurgitating over and over again. And yeah, about, you know, he promised me, I told him, will you please stop attacking your sisters? Yes. I said, Don, it doesn't look good. Even let's say you're innocent of everything. That's not helpful. That's not good. You can't do that. You know, oh, I understand. I know. But God damn, Don, stop it. I keep telling him, you put the focus back on Summer. Just completely ignore what's going on with the sisters right now. Back burner. Don't call them, and certainly do not answer their calls and texts, sir, because I do have a problem with that. I got a problem with people going through civil lawsuits and shit, but then is the very people who are still blowing him up on the side. Like, I just do not understand this shit at all. I'm telling you guys, it is so fucked up. Like, Jerry Springer couldn't even fix this, okay? Steve couldn't even handle this. Don thinks. And he is awesome. Don looks for Summer, nothing else. This is a circus. It is, and I just don't understand. I was never on three-way call with Sheriff. Who said that? Women siding with perverts and trying to silence the victims. True SA victims would do no such thing. Well, I will call myself a survivor. I don't consider myself a victim, but I've been through it all. So I feel the way I feel, and there's many other women that feel the exact same way as I feel too. I wouldn't be calling the person I claim I'm so afraid of, and texting them and, you know, worried about cartel getting them. I'd probably wish the cartel would get them, to be quite honest. You know what I'm saying? Just the weird shit. I don't even know. Raleigh, you are awesome. I have no idea what they were talking about here. A three-way call with me? Yeah, I don't know. People say some wild shit, just like that, just like the, that hoax shooters from Canada or whatever. And they're trying to like link me and that person together. Oh, coincidence? I think not. I see all those stupid comments. It actually makes me laugh. And people actually messaging Mr. Share about it too. Or people saying and claiming that I've known the Wells for months before Summer even went missing, which is not true. I know people claim I said it, but I don't even know like why they say that, because I wouldn't say that because it's not fucking true. And it can be definitely proven.
Is it true Trish claims Dawn hurt her daughter? If yes, why did she let him near her? Trish's daughter? I don't know. See, I don't really listen to all of it because I just feel like it doesn't really matter in bringing Summer home right now. I think that's a back burner situation, like I've been saying. But no, I do not. Okay, hold on. So isn't Trish Jeannie's daughter? So are we saying now that they're saying that Dawn S.A. Jeannie's daughter Trish, and now Trish's daughter? Is that, am I hearing or understanding this right? Because if that's true, there's a whole other problem going on in my head, and I don't care who hates me, but that is just bullshit. You don't leave your children with someone you know hurt you and essayed you. You don't then go leave your daughter with that person. There's just no way. It doesn't help bring Summer home. So are you still contacting him unless every conversation starts and ends with where's Summer? What use is it? We contact each other. He contacts me quite often. Yeah, I figured it was BS. But now I know where you come from. It is. There is a lot of BS going around YouTube. Do you still think Dawn knows what happened to Summer? Yes, I believe both Candace and Dawn know. I did. Everyone heard me say that to him, but he didn't. You know, I do think that that's a problem why she's so afraid. You know, that's on the call that Dawn doesn't want her to talk because he's afraid she's gonna fuck up. It's the other way around. Notice that as soon as she looked good to everybody and everyone was after Dawn, that's when she shut up. And it's not because Dawn is telling her to, because I'm telling you, I've heard where he's begging her to look united with him and do interviews. Candace is choosing not to do the interviews. It has nothing to do with Dawn forcing her, saying that she's gonna fuck it all up. Like, if Mr. Share was here, he'd be telling you, yeah, because I mean, we witnessed it all. It's just not true. It's not true at all. If Dawn was that controlling, I'm telling you, Candace would have been on our channel because Dawn wanted that. He wanted them to look united and kept like trying to force her to do it, honestly, and she wouldn't. So no, Dawn does not force her or is worried. If anything, it's vice versa. It's her afraid Donnie is going to fuck it up and does not want him to talk. That's what it is in real life, people, not the other way around. I'm telling you. Summer is not on a trail cam being thrown into a well. Think no wells, haters brought up trail cams. Yeah, and for them to say, oh my gosh, we know where Summer is, you know, come watch in a few hours, I think fucking not. So either they didn't give that tip to law enforcement, because if it was a real thing, then law enforcement obviously wouldn't want that out right now, right? Because we wouldn't want people getting a tip and being able to go and move, right? So no, absolutely not. That's going to happen. Or they did give that tip when they heard this shit and it led to nowhere. And so now they're using it on YouTube saying, oh my God, we know where Summer is. So which is it? Either you gave the tip and it led nowhere and y'all know it, or you didn't and just put it all over YouTube. Like, no, sorry, not true. You can call it flip-flopping if you want to. I don't give a shit. I call it getting information, whether it be true or false. That's not up to me to figure out. It's just up to me to put out shit that's not, you know, filtered through 10 other people who got it from a friend of a friend of a friend. So if you want to call it flip-flopping, you can call it that. I don't care anymore. If you change your mind about Don's guilt, it seems like it, I'm lost. No, 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 no. I still believe that they know more. Oh, I did not change my mind. And I've never changed my mind. But for some reason, Don doesn't like that I think that about him. He doesn't want me to think this way. So you lied about saying, unless he tells you where Summer is, you don't want to contact him. Why say that? I said it was in his best interest not to contact me until he does the right thing, right? So he knows. He knows that. He's the one contacting me. In fact, that night, as soon as I ended the live, he called me. So don't you worry about it. But thank you. Thanks for the $5. The boys were taken away because of body lice. Yeah, and I don't know how much I believe all that either, because again, those are supposed to be sealed files for 3 minors. So I could see how some of it would be true, but I mean, I don't know. Because another thing too, if it's the Wallace case, why is it in the boys' case mentioning Hunter's name? Like, it doesn't make sense that on their case it would say stuff about Hunter, if that makes sense. So I don't really know what to believe there. Yay! CPS doesn't let stuff out like that. I doubt it. Yeah, because somebody would be losing their job, and a whole lot of schooling and money into that schooling just flushed right down the toilet for a YouTube channel that just started like a week or 2 ago. So that makes no sense to me either. Yay, Mr. Pearson.
Howdy, peeps.
Yeah, that would be huge, because when people get assigned to a case, so they're gonna know, they'll be able to really quick pick out who it was. So I would honestly take that shit with a grain of salt and not necessarily believe it all, because I feel like it'd be a separate thing where it would be talking about Candace having some affair with Hunter. I just don't think that would be in Josie and Wyatt's files. It just doesn't. That would be a whole separate file between Hunter and Candace. It could say his mom had maybe a sexual relationship with a minor, but it wouldn't name Hunter in it. Tammy, love you. Tammy says hi, baby. Hey, Jay. You'd be amazed what people will say and do to get famous. You know, and I talked to Don about that. I said, you know, if you're worried about going to prison, you know, your people know you, you know, maybe he was afraid. Everyone hears that call. You hear him kind of being afraid of prison, even though he'll say, I'm not afraid, I'm institutionalized. No, you're afraid because he's told me he's afraid, because if he goes to prison over a child thing, people don't like that. He's told me that. So he's aware of that. And I always tell him that, you know, you're somebody now. You'll maybe get treated special in prison, but make sure you do the right thing. Do you know how Allie has redacted the comments about H? No, I don't really pay attention to them, because they just don't believe what they say. And also the interview, some people have been pointing it out, like I think CDT and them have pointed it out, but for a while I was trying to say it looked like Allie was doing kind of signals to Hunter when Chris McDonough did his interview. Like even with her foot, I thought was a signal, and then when she like put her hand up once, a few people have recently started pointing that out, but I thought that all along. I'm like, she's fucking signaling him when the, and then his fake yawning and everything. He's looking at his mom and he's trying to kill time basically with trying to figure out what to say next. Because it ain't the truth. Hey, will you let this sleep for me? And get meat hands on it.
Meat hands.
Meat hands. Okay, I'm caught back up. I can't listen to her. And I call BS on, yeah, me too. Me too. I had to pay $1.50 for that shit. And she tried to strike Benny, but YouTube was like, no, bitch, your copyright claims don't work for your Patreon on YouTube. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna play that shit then. Mr. Positive, thank you. I have meat hands, so I haven't been able to highlight comments because I don't want to get E. coli on my phone. Well, we may not see eye to eye on everything with this case. I respect this channel because I know what you share is exactly what has come from Dawn. You are transparent with everything. Betsy, thank you. Thank you for that. And that's all I'm doing. I'm not telling you guys you have to believe the bullshit I'm saying. I just don't want to bring you stuff that has been filtered through 10 different people and all of that. That's all. I'm not saying that he's being honest all of the time. 5 of my friends put $1 because we have to ask shit. Let me hands. We have to ask when he said his daughter was raped and he gave her props, you stayed silent. Sick. Well, yeah, I didn't really know what to say, you know? I still don't know what to say. That's fucked up. I mean, it is. What, I don't know what you people want from me sometimes. But thank you for your $5 again. The struck from Patreon. Part 1. When Summer was dancing in the rain, there was loose gym weights to her left. When Chris arrived on property, weights were gone. I wonder what happened to weights. And did canoe go missing? Part 1. Okay, I will ask if they have that. Babe, can you remember that? Where are you? The weights in the canoe that was on the property. Where are they now? Alright, sorry guys, I gotta wash my hands. Okay. There's people are paying you money to get their comment highlighted. Yeah, I mean, I'll answer your questions without your payment. If wait, Ahmad was being rude. I don't think any of you guys are rude. I'm sorry, I just don't think so. Chris arrived on the property almost 1.5 months after Summer went missing. Was it? Because I thought it was something like, wasn't it? I thought it was like 15 days. Like 15 or 18 days or something like that. I didn't think it was that long. Why is Don talking through you these days and no longer doing lives? He thinks it's better to not have his voice heard right now and only writing or, you know, through Benny or me. I don't know why. I can't tell you. I can't answer that, but when he gets pissed off enough, he changes that and then ends up calling in or recording something. So I don't know. I can't explain to you that. I call BS on any CPS worker giving info. Yeah, me too. I just don't believe that because they put so much on the line doing that if that was to be true. And they will find it out just because she's not saying a name and saying she. And then she was like, oh shit, I didn't even want to say she, but I did. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's not that hard because again, they assign people to the case. And not only that, even if it's someone that's not assigned to the case, Hopkins County, like, they're going to figure it out. There's how many people working there? Yeah, everyone kind of leaves Candace alone, but I've said all along, and I tell it to Dawn like almost every day. Because I've seen where that's why it's confusing to me. Is Grandma really talking? Is she not? Because I actually have seen like where people do have setups with Candace to try and arrest Dawn. But my thing is then, Candace, why haven't you? Why do you have it all arranged for somebody to call the police for you to get you out, but why haven't you? Why haven't you had him arrested yet? What stops you from doing that, Candace? What does Dawn have on you that could get you in trouble where you would be so afraid to have him arrested? Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to play this call one last time, and then when it's over, this live will end. But if you guys want to stick around and listen to it, you can. But I'm going to go ahead and play it before I end it.
Be completely anonymous. We're not using any names here. I don't know who you are. You called me from a unknown number, so I don't know who you are. You're a complete stranger to me. However, you have been talking to Grandma Candace for quite some time now.
Yes.
Okay, and I guess you gained her trust, right?
Yes.
And this past Wednesday night, she said to you, I should have said something when it happened, and she told you she wanted to get something off her chest, right?
Yes. We FaceTimed that night.
You FaceTimed that night, and she blocked you sometime after the FaceTime, right?
Yes. Sometime between 10:30. Well, we talked to 10:39. Sometime between 10 and 12 o'clock. I got ready to tell her good night. I was blocked.
Okay. So walk me through what she told you, and then we'll sort of backtrack and we'll go into some of the things that she said prior to Wednesday night's confession. She told you how the day. So walk me through it. How did the day begin? What did she say?
She said that she had an appointment at the doctor's office, which is over by the hospital or in the hospital. She went over there when Candace was taking her. Candace and Summer was going to take her to the hospital for a doctor's appointment that morning.
Uh-huh.
Well, that was over there. She went in. Her mom, Candace walked in with her mom to the hospital. Okay, then of course she had to wait. So Candace went back out. Her mom was assuming she was in the truck in the parking lot. But Hunter called her while she was sitting in the parking lot and asked her what she was doing. Hunter didn't know she was in town. So she told Hunter where she was at. Well, since it was taking so long for Grandma to be at the doctor's, Hunter wanted to go with her. Asked her she would come pick him up. Well, they went and picked her up. Kind of picked Hunter up. I'm a little bit nervous, but went and picked Hunter up and went back to the hospital. At that time, Grandma was done because Grandma called and told her that she was done. So they went and picked up Grandma. Well, Grandma had to get some medicine. So they got the medicine off her, the prescription off, and it's going to take a while. So it was hot out. So when Candace said, well, I'll just take her down here and let her swim for a little bit until the medicine's done. At that lake, or wherever they went swimming at the pond or swimming hole.
Uh-huh.
Okay. After that, she swam and I asked her, Grandma said, well, did Summer hit her head or anything on these rocks? I said, I heard people saying that. She said, no, Summer did not hit her head at all. I said, oh, okay. So she said after they swam and everything, she said they got back in the truck, her, Candace, Hunter, and Summer. Well, Summer was cold, so she put on that outfit that she had in the truck for her. All right. Summer said she was not feeling good. So she reached over there was a bottle of orange pop or something in the truck. Summer reached over and took her drink.
Oh shit, I'm muted. Okay, guys, Don texts me something right now and wants me to read it. It's actually what Benny put on his video. Baby, can I see your phone for a minute? Messages, Facebook. But I'll just go ahead and read it, but it's, Benny, it's the same thing you got. Oh, shit. Okay. Now I am just reading it. That's all. This is not my words. Okay. So, to whom this may concern, and not to be mean, but it seems like it is concerning everyone, but that is okay, because all the lies are really starting to concern me and my wife also. I am here not to harass anyone. Let's get that off the table right now. I am here due to the fact that I am being harassed. I'm being bullied and attacked over nothing but lies and lies I know nothing about until someone starts questioning me upon them. Essay, it seems to me my stepsister and Chris the Lisp like trying to catch me with my pants down. Well, that's not a good thing to say right now. But anyway, oh, shit. Okay. Trying to catch me with my pants down, even if they have to use bold-faced lies to do it. What does that say about Chris? In truth, makes me sick to think about it. Mary still condones and upholds the deviant behaviors of a man who not only sexually assaulted my biological sister, but also sexually raped her. My evil stepsister is a great self-manipulator. If she truly believes this unwarranted act of abuse was anything other than just that. Moreover, don't even get me started on that bad breath lie about my biological sister. Ever apologizing to you, Mary, for being a victim of rape at the hands of your demented old man? My evil stepsister also failed to mention that my biological sister is only 1 year older than Jeannie, and her old man was around the same age as Mary, and I, if not older. Yet Chris the Lisp McDonough failed to express these concerns and invoke the Hippocratic oath every true law enforcement would have addressed and not wavered in. This pledge must have simply been another sense of inconvenience or obstacle to hurdle before getting the power associated with the badge and gun, and ultimately illustrated Chris Bliss McDonough's true professional agenda: money, badge, protection for oneself, and a way to bully innocent people. My little 5-year-old daughter has been kidnapped, and how many times has Chris the Lisp McDonough utilized his platform to raise money in regards to her reward? The answer is not once, and yet he is now too ready to promote and support any type of GoFundMe my evil stepsisters want to open. He has no problem aiding and abetting my evil stepsister's drug abuse, alcohol abuse, and Mary's old man sexual assault and full-blown rape upon a minor. They were even talking about how my kids would benefit from living with my evil stepsister after hearing all of this. I don't know about all of you, but I have observed more than a couple of red flags here, and I think we are getting close to a bingo chip in regards to Chris the Lisp McDonough and his lack of professional and personal ethics. These types of behavioral projections are even frowned upon by the worst criminals. I think he might also be getting RV fever because his mind is totally messed up. I also don't know if conversing with Chris the Lisp McDonough is making Mary stupider or vice versa, but they are both starting to sound as if they are on the same level. All I do know is it isn't very educational for us. Anyway, the new trash talk is that I messed up by saying Jeannie destroyed my relationship while I was in another state. The truth is, she did. She kept calling and saying that she and my family really missed me. She had me believing things might have changed in the hellhole, but it didn't. What they missed was their whipping boy. They wanted me back in order to get all the negative attention off of the negative stuff they love doing and were doing, like lying, stealing, partying, etc. I was on probation and trying to get my life together. The only mistake I made was believing her lies and returning back to the hellhole, thinking they really might have started missing and really caring about me. They didn't care because they didn't even care about oneself, and it took me years to understand that. How this got misconstrued into some retarded essay stuff, I do not know, and I do not care anymore. Excuse me. What I do care about is finding my kidnapped daughter and putting my family back together. So from here on out, please do not ask me anything about that stepfamily. I left that hellhole years ago and got my life together. My life may not seem like much, but it is a lot compared to the hellhole I lived in for way too long. Thank you for allowing me to step up and clear up another unwarranted lashing coming from the hellhole. I wish they would just leave me and my family alone. Where is love, kindness, caring? Because it was all I was ever seeking and unable to find until I married Candace and started a real family of my own. Now the same devil that destroyed my childhood family is back, trying to destroy my real family again. Leave me alone, you twisted my words, but from now on, everything I will say will be in writing where I cannot be twisted, but read by everyone for oneself to understand. Thank you again, and good night. Holy shit. So there's that. Yeah. Yeah, same thing Benny got. So Don's got bars. And yeah. Well, people can still twist writing. And so I don't know, whatever. So Don had told me he'd actually gone back to Utah when his stepsisters were calling. Now, the original story I got was because Jeannie had called Don saying she missed him and loved him. And he actually thought, from my understanding, Don, this was my understanding from our conversation, was that Don actually thought like maybe there could be something there. And so he rushed back to Utah or whatever. I don't know the truth of that or whatnot, but from conversations I've had, it sounded like she had told him, I love you, blah, blah, blah. And Don has told me like that was like, I think his first love or something, or they were their first loves. You all have heard it, right? So I'm not sure if that's why he went back or what. I don't know. I'm just telling you guys, what I was told. So I don't really know. And so I don't know if that's why he went back or what. Yeah, so Don can't talk, but he can write. I call BS. Hey, you can call BS all you want. That's literally what he says. And he said it a million times that, I don't really want to do live or record something, but I'll text it to you. And he's always told it's better to talk for himself, but he feels safer texting. Well, then he feels safer texting. I don't know what to tell you guys. Don did not write that. Are you kidding me? Don couldn't write this to save his life. That's the thing. Don is, he does text differently sometimes. And it seems to be when he is more anxious, he actually has more depth. Okay, I booted myself out. But yeah, I can see why it does look different. And there's text messages where I've even thought to myself, this is different. So, but in talking with him and seeing how he changes personas, it goes along with how he texts different too. And I have noticed that when he's more anxious or nervous or worried, that he actually articulates things a lot better, if that makes sense. Right. And so, yeah, that is a conversation Benny and I had too. Like, no one's going to believe that Don wrote this, but it's like, well, we're going to put it out because he has. And even in text messages, when I say like, you see these two different people, you guys, it shows in text too. And even the way when you're talking to him on the phone, it's almost different. Like he's not as, it's almost like he wants everyone to think I feel like he dummies himself down for everybody. He wants people to think he's dumb. I really, really think that. I think he thinks it's funny, much like I do when people think I'm just some stupid little girl. I think Don actually thinks that's hilarious, is that everyone thinks he's stupid, but he's not. Kind of like Chris Watts, if you will. I think he gets a kick out of it, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Okay, guys. Well, it's been an hour, and Mr. Sheriff's had a very long day, so I'm going to get off of here and spend time with the hubby.
And that's that. And we're going to stop there. And there's a link to share. She's going live in like 20 minutes ish. Hey, sis. So I'm going to end this and everybody go to shares live. Thank y'all and good night. Adios.
you